Hey guys, what's going on? Thought I'd show off at the beginning here exactly. So I did some extensive looking up on how to grind, because I want to be as high level as possible so I can basically just push through the rest of the story without being boring on stream, right? However, I'm going to show off a little bit of the grind. According to all my information, this is the best experience for grinding at this point in the game. It's really, really, really boring. I'm not actually at the grind yet, I'm just kind of demonstrating. I'm still trying to do some math, and failing at it, because this game doesn't give me all the information I need. Which is weird.
Yeah!
All right!
Really, Zoan? Man, God. If you didn't tell me, those other 50 guys would have had my back. Ugh.
Well, that ought to do it.
They never mention it in the games, and I don't care about the books, so take it or leave it. And no one ever mentioned anything about it during the stream, so what do you want from me? I don't even remember bringing up the blood drinking thing. At what point did I bring that up? Hello, Mockingbirds. I'm glad you like my channel, as horrible as it is. So that's a flan princess. Not that. The thing on top of it. That's just a Malboro.
Right, let's do this.
So this is actually the specific guy you're supposed to farm. He's weak to water. And holy. God, I barely remember talking about their homeworld. Although I love it. 7,000 people have told me about the blood thing, and yet nobody has told me, has even commented on my theories as to why Detlef turned back into a human when he died. Nobody. Not one person. Which is the only thing I was actually curious about. Ah, you guys make me laugh. What in the world? I don't think the bit thing knew what to do with that, Deutsch. It is on, right? Yeah, it's right there. Well, thank you, Deutsch, although I still don't know why it's there.
All right.
Predictable.
So, need to pay attention here. Okay. So that was 7, 8... That was about 17,000 experience. Which is weird. If my completely on-the-fly math is correct here. So anyways, this is the grind cycle. The next point you can grind at is like way towards the end of the game. And the next point after that is after you've beaten the game in post-game, so... So you beat her, you teleport. Why is my bit thing not showing up? What the hell? I'm very confused by this. It was working on the other pages. Well, anyways. Now you have to actually leave and then come back to respawn her. So we're going to do that. So this is the real thing I wanted to test, but because there's no tracking how much experience you have right now, it's been extremely difficult to do so. So we're going to get rid of that. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. There. I thought I did Mockingburns. The directing on him, like, you know, being shocked. I swore I brought that up. Oh, whatever. So, Windswept Mire. Yeah, I'm not. I will never hit the core. I was busy, man. I was making sure that we had more reinforcements just in case they did a counter push. We actually did get the further reinforcements. All right, let's test a bit thing. No. What the hell? Okay. Why are my bits not working? Okay, that's working. Why is nothing else working? That is so weird. No, I was actually done. It was rendering at that point, Deacon. I don't understand why it's... Well, whatever. Anyways, moving on. So, getting back to my little PSA. You go to the Evil Mire. Oh, I have a story to tell, by the way. I'll get to that, though. You go to the Evil Mire. Or the Windswept Mire, excuse me. Try to avoid the guys who pop up, because they just waste your time. Yeah, what's funny, Deacon, is that last match felt like we were winning the whole time, until at one point, towards the end, I look up and notice we were actually tied. I was really confused by that. Because they did not know how to deal with Siege Tank at all. I'm serious. They kept not knowing how to counter me.
This won't take long.
It was kind of funny. This is not part of the grind. This is just stuff that's in the way of the grind, right here. I do have the less encounters thing on right now, by the way, to help with this.
That wasn't so bad.
Okay, hug the right side here to avoid that random encounter. Back to the princess fight. Like I said earlier, weak to water. I need people who can do math very quickly to help me figure out how much experience I'm getting from this fight. It says 80,800, but I think it's being split based on how many party members I have. I'm not actually sure. At the moment, yes, random. Hopefully it'll come out on PC soon, so that other people can play it. Not a lot of strategy. Really. Just hit him as hard as you can. He's got a decent chunk of health. And hope his bad breath doesn't hit you in a bad way. Excellent, Zoan. We need to hack more time. Good question, Brendoka. I have no idea. I mean, me, obviously. Hopefully. So she occasionally berserks you, which is fun. As soon as you get rid of the Marlboro, the fight's easy. She can't do anything to you, not really. Okay, here we go. Super fast math time.
We did it!
Predictable.
Okay, what's 32,000 minus 18,000? 14,000. That actually feels like I got less experience that time. Even though I had less people. Well, if that's true, that means I'm not getting smaller X for having a large party. So I should actually probably bring all of my party members, rather than trying to have a smaller party to get more experience. Yeah, that probably looked silly, but it is very RNG. I've actually died farming these guys before. Just a few minutes ago, actually, while I was uploading the file. So, I gotta share a story with you guys, for those of you who care. And for those of you who don't, screw you, I'm telling you the story anyways. So you may or may not notice I have Zapped in my party. Now, I talked a lot last week about how much I wanted to have Zapped in my party for multiple reasons. He was pretty much the perfect fit to my party, and I couldn't get him because I picked Shiva instead of Ramu. Silly me. Well, funny story. I always thought that you had to go back way late in the game to an arena battle, which is almost at post-game. It's like right before the final boss or something, in order to get the other starters, basically. Think of Zapped, Shiva, and the Ifrit guy as your starter Pokemon in a Pokemon game. So I thought I had to be way at the end of the game. Turns out there's one place you can go to where each one of them has a 1% chance of spawning. Now, I was there, and obviously the fact that I have Zapped indicates where this story is going, but just hear me out, because I'm sitting there like, okay, I found where the space is, I know where to grind, I'm going to commit to it because I want the best party for the sake of the stream, so, okay. I'm here, I'm going to do, and I'm like dead tired, so I'm like, I'm going to do 3 battles, and then I'm going to go. So the first battle, the starter Shiva Pokemon, the one I already have, shows up, and I'm like, ugh, well, there goes my odds of getting anything. Second battle happens, and I'm tempted to just go to bed because I'm just so tired, but no, I'm going to go ahead and push to the third battle. Third battle, the Zapped was there, and I immediately flipped the hell out because, oh my god. So yeah, I now have my end game team with one exception. I still need to turn Leander into a Carbuncle. Other than that, I'm kind of good to go though. Okay, so I need you. You. Where's my fire dude? You. I'm getting all my HMs right now. Gotta get those HM slaves. And just in case I want to capture anything else... Well, I probably don't want to capture anything, though. I mean, I could bring Gilgamesh. I have not named the Zapped yet. No, I was actually going to ask you guys, once I was live, you know, what should I name the Zapped? Yeah, we'll go and bring him. And just for hell of it, we'll bring the Super Behemoth. Hang on, do I have everything else I need? I've got Punch. I've got Frost, I've got Ice, I've got Lightning, I've got Fly. Yep, I've got everything. We're good. Yeah, Golvike hated us too much to play with us. He thought about it, but then he was like, nah, I hate those guys. So he decided not to. I don't blame him, really. No, random. Oh, really? Oh, that was quick. And he's already got Smash, which is all I really need him for. But, just in case. Yeah, so by the way, about the game tomorrow, we're just going to see if it works, if the save game works. Whoops. And if it doesn't, then, oh well, we'll start over. Which, shrug, you know. We all kind of knew that risk walking into it. If I could ever actually finish the Mario Theater section, then, you know, maybe we could play during the weekdays as well. But that gets to wait until I finish Paper Mario Theater, which is taking the huge bulk of my time right now. Don't mind me, I'm just leveling. Boring leveling stuff, you know how it is. Make sure I have everything here, which I do. Speaking of which, we also have a Voot, which I haven't actually started yet, but we will have a Voot pretty soon. I do too, actually, Dakota. There are a few games I genuinely enjoy leveling in. This just does not happen to be one of them. So, let's talk about that Voot, shall we? I haven't actually thrown together the straw poll yet, but there will, in fact, let's go and save for everything else. Because I'm up like 30 levels. When I started this morning, my Zapped was level 1, because I just caught him. I think he's like level 30-something now. Yeah, he's level 36. I just realized my party, as far as people I can name, is only 3, because I can't rename Rain and Lan, and I can't rename the Princess Goblin. So I'm stuck with G-Soldier, who is my Tonberry, Leander, who's my Heavy, and then I need to name them. Who should we name? The Zapped. You vote now. But that's not the Voot I was talking about. Let me go ahead and... God, I've been playing this 27 hours. No, it's a 1. I did not. Let me go ahead and throw together the straw poll. Then I'll explain it.
Chapter 18. The Fell Spell and the Quacho Queen.
No word yet, Cosmic. At this point, it depends on what Square's doing. Because, I mean, there's a lot of evidence to say that it will come out on PC, because Square's been porting a lot of stuff on PC. But then again, they've also not been porting certain games. Like, this game has been out for over a year at this point. And, especially in Japan, and yet it still hasn't been ported to PC, nor do we have any word of it being ported to PC. So at this point, it's just kind of a dice roll as to what's going to be ported to PC. Yes, we're going to Besaid, by the way. Okay.
That's not the usual train whistle.
Look over there. I think I see some lights that weren't there before.
That's the north of us. Maybe the train will take us to the upper the continent.
Upper the continent, guys. So, real quick, here's the Voot. We have a queue for Multiplayer Sunday, and I'll explain this again probably tomorrow. This queue is every other week we vote on what exactly game we're going to play for that Multiplayer Sunday. Whichever game wins, we play. And if we happen to run out of players or interest, then we play whatever was second on the list. Okay? Whatever games are played are then removed from the queue until every game on the queue has been played. That's the method by which we've been using Multiplayer Sunday. We've been doing this for several weeks now. This isn't really new. The only thing that's changed is the fact that now every odd week or even week, or however you want to think of that, is going to be purely Paradox stuff, and therefore we don't vote that week. We just play Paradox games, probably just Stellaris at this point. Now, here's what the Voot is about. Right now, we have two options, and there's a mentality behind both. We can reduce the number of games in the queue to play on Multiplayer Sunday. The benefit to doing so means we will replay certain games more often. You should have been here earlier, Ventures. We were doing Heroes of the Storm for just that. So we will be able to, like, for example, if we only have 4 games in the queue, which I think is, like, we got 5 right now, then we will be, we will have more opportunities to play the games in the queue. If we have a larger queue, then we're not going to play any given game in the queue but for once every, like, several months. However, we will have more variety of the multiplayer games that we'll be able to play. This is the benefit of both sides of the equation. So, basically, the Voot comes down to, what do you want? Do you want to be able to replay a smaller selection of games more often, or do you want a larger selection of games and to be... so to have a larger selection but not being able to replay for several months at a time? There's the Voot. So, let's see who's at Besaid, because we've already met Riku and Yuna. We haven't met Tidus yet, assuming he's here, which he probably is, because, you know, he's an easy voice actor to get a hold of.
Hey, these tracks don't go anywhere.
Maybe they're doing construction.
No.
Not him.
Yes, me.
If the conductor is here, then the train must be up and the running.
It's not...
But, like, how can it be in so many places? Who's kept touring the other trains?
I'm everywhere my passengers need me. The nitty-gritty technical details are a trade secret.
Hush!
Nice try.
So, Mr. the Conductor, sir? Is the train running? Does it go to the upper of the continent?
Of course it does. Go on then, all aboard. But first, your tickets, please.
But I don't have... Whatever. I don't understand your question, Big Mama. Every time there is something I consider to be a positive, it's a plus. Every time I think there's something to be a negative, there's a negative. And I haven't been writing them down. The end.
Right, tickets, please.
Oh, good.
Go on then, all aboard.
I was gonna say, I don't have tickets. Apparently I do. So we're good, guys.
We would like to take a moment
God
now
damn
to
it.
kindly
What's with
remind
this anime?
all our passengers to remain in their seats facing forward. Please fasten your seatbelts at this time.
Seatbelts on a train?
What are they for?
Probably what seatbelts are usually for. Yeah, this train is well protected, if you think about it. Yeah, I'll write them down if I'm doing a proper premiere run on. We didn't even start doing pluses and minuses until like halfway through the game.
3, 2, lift off!
Yeah, I don't care for the aesthetics, Golvig. And I admit I am not... I usually don't care for the storytelling. But mostly the visual aesthetics. There's an extremely small number of animes that I actually enjoy the visual style of. This is not one of them, for reference.
Why does this world's transportation have to be so...
Wow!
Whoa!
What?
Under the sea, bum dum bum. Under the sea, bum dum bum.
Wow!
Oh.
Down where it's wetter, here it is better. Take it from me. Copy wrong. Another good example, Golvig, is Mega Man 8. If you ever look at Mega Man 8, the anime cutscenes just drive me bonkers. Because I don't care for the visual style. Wow, I didn't know Besaid had a frickin' shell train station.
Aloha! And a warm welcome to the Empyreum.
The Empyreum? I was about to...
Oh, I am now loving this weather.
It makes me just want to laugh out loud.
I have no idea how to react to that, so I'm just gonna ignore you. Now, what do you say we head for that town over there?
Okay. Okay. That one got me. That one got me. That one got me. I'm tempted to give it yet another plus, but I've already given this game too many pluses for just moments. That was almost a perfect impersonation, too. Is he actually voicing Leon? I mean, they do have access to James Arnold Taylor, so it's not like they couldn't get him for that one line if they had to.
Be sure to enjoy our beautiful beaches.
Ah.
If an enemy slows you in battle, you won't be able to take action as often.
Really?
Haste magic will fix you lickety-split, but if you don't have that, you can still recover by using a gold hourglass. Here, this one's for you.
Oh, thanks. Translation: there will be slowing enemies soon. Beep boop. Tutorial deployed. You know, it was a really bad voice acting, Golvoig, how Titus was laughing at the thing. Actually, I already gave a plus to story for that, Deutsch, if you remember. I mean, we're at 11 pluses to story right now.
Okay, we've got a temple in the deep to find. Why don't we start by asking around?
The Sunken Temple? Oh yeah, everyone around here's heard about it. But since no one's ever been there, who can say if it actually exists?
It probably doesn't. Oh, gotcha, Deutsch. Well, that sucks. You have missed out on some very humorous stuff. There's a reason there's 11 pluses to story, and it's mostly for how much this game has just been awesome and made me laugh.
This letter just isn't enough. If only I had... Wait, you wouldn't happen to be Mirage Keepers, would you?
Well, yeah.
I'm looking for some fish scales. You wouldn't happen to have any you can spare, would you?
I have no idea. Apparently I did.
Thanks a bunch. Now I'm finally confident enough to give her my letter. What do I need them for? Well, I'm going to use them to decorate my proposal letter. It's kind of a family tradition. We believe that when you ask someone to marry you, giving them fish scales will ensure they say yes. Don't laugh. I get it. I know that fish scales aren't exactly the first thing that comes to mind when people think about romance. But if you ever really looked at them, they're one of the most beautiful things out there. Anyway, you really helped me out. Here, this is for you.
Cool. Anyways, yes, you can select between Japanese and English voice actors in the PS4 version. Evil Pop-Tart.
Ah, the Sunken Temple, huh? Boy, wouldn't it be something if it were real? I don't know who'd actually want to live there, though.
Kraken. By the way, if it's the Sunken Temple from FF1, I'm not sure if that's awesome or terrible.
What's that? You'd like to know more about the Sunken Temple? Oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm afraid there just isn't much I can tell you. I've met all sorts of visitors here during my lifetime, but you're the first to ever ask me about the Sunken Temple right off the bat.
Well, that's kind of why I'm here, lady.
Well, it sounds like everyone's heard about the temple we're after.
Thing is, none of these people have actually been there.
What'd you expect? It's the temple in the deep. You think people would call it that if it was swimmable?
From the look of it, the train probably doesn't stop there either. Huh? Pantologist. Always here to assist?
Wow! A person that studies the pants? They think of the everything.
Yeah, pants must be serious business.
It's pantologist, dummy. The prefix is pan.
Cookware, huh? Neat.
Not those pans. As in all. Like they do a little of everything.
Oh, well, if they do a little of everything, then maybe they can do a little of helping us get down to that Sunken Temple. Let's hit the pants!
Wait, Lon!
A curse makes it less worse. See, I actually don't care for Japanese voice acting in general. It's just not my thing. It's not like, oh, it's death to all Japanese or something stupid like that. I just don't care for Japanese voice acting. So when given the chance, I prefer dubs over subs.
The place.
Plus, in addition to preference, there's also the fact that I'm already trying to read chat. So trying to read chat plus subtitles plus keep up with the game is... Well, I could actually probably do that, but I don't want to. Is that Shantotto?
Now the test will surely end in success.
Yeah, that's definitely Shantotto.
Oh.
Same
Sorry,
actress,
a
too.
quart of ingredients short.
Service, please!
Lon, ever heard of manners?
Who goes there? Oh my, I rarely cross paths with a giant pair.
So tell me, are you the Pan Mighty person from the ad?
Yes, that's the gist. How can I assist? The Sunken Temple?
Yes.
I don't know, maybe you could give us a magic spell, you know, something that lets us breathe underwater? Maybe some magic pants?
Breathe underwater. Whether it's gills or spells you want, a solution can be met, but the sea is its own kind of hell. You're almost certain to regret.
She always
The
has,
currents
random.
will leave you blind. And it's so big you'll be bored out of your mind.
That's discouraging.
As a side note, I know we were just talking about English Japanese voice actors. I've actually never heard the Shantotto Japanese actress, but it's been the same English actress for some time now, and I think she does a good job, personally. I don't like Shantotto as a character that much, but I still think she does a good job of the role.
Hang on, we can handle a little certain regret.
Yeah. If you know a solution, then we'd really appreciate it if you could help us out.
So come on, please?
Well, if you're quite certain that that is your desire, perhaps you're just what I require.
Excuse me?
Excellent! We'll start with the dunce. You see, you can't do two total losers at once.
What can I say? I'm not usually into uppity characters.
Can't breathe!
Lon! Hey, what's wrong? What did you do to him?
There. He simply can no longer breathe air.
Why not?
Oh, come now, darling, use your head.
Seriously.
You
Think about
wanted
it.
to swim like the fishes, you said. But a fish out of water is soon to be dead.
Are you some kind of murderer?
Oh my. After I do you a favor,
I love how he's literally suffocating, I guess is the right word, to death there, and they're all chatting about it rather than rushing him outside and shoving him in the water, which would take him, I don't know, a few seconds.
this is how you choose to repay me. My dear, don't make me angry.
And now we have to fight Shantotto while he's suffocating.
Her
With-
magic power is the incredible. Rain, maybe you should consider the apologizing.
What? But she...
Please forgive me.
No!
I just... Sure. This is probably a supposed to lose fight. Let me admit there's one other thing I don't like about Shantotto. So she kind of became really popular in the FF11 crowd, and she went from being a very competent and skilled black mage, who was, fun and interesting, to one of the most powerful mages of the setting. And that kind of aggravated me, personally. Like, I was down with her being an interesting, fun little character. I even liked her in her initial presentation, but then, yeah, she became Shantotto, the ridiculously powerful. Yeah, sure, whatever. We are probably going to lose this fight. Yeah, she's already using Ga spells. We don't even have access to Ga spells yet. That's 3. Arrow 3, for example. Yeah, sure, whatever. Meanwhile, Lon is still suffocating. Just point it out. I want you to hold your breath for as long as Lon has been doing. Actually, you can breathe just fine, you moron.
Wait, I can...
Too close. Too close. Okay, we're okay.
Hey, sis.
Oh, you've decided to awake. Well, off you go with these 2 flakes.
There's Titus,
You got it.
also known as Reximus. You can do that in real life, Deutsch, under very specific circumstances with like a gel thing that they get you to work with.
What are you doing? No!
It makes perfect sense, Azure, I swear.
Whoa, check it out! We're in the ocean and we're actually breathing!
Yeah, literal
I
magic.
like it, because we can't breathe anywhere else.
Don't you worry. I've been to the Sunken Temple a bunch of times.
It's okay, the voice directing in this game is a lot better than FF10, so Titus is probably fine here.
But, just a minute. Does this mean we can't return to Ninewood Hills?
Oh, you can still go the back there.
Hey, I didn't know you could breathe underwater too.
Don't go the confusing me with your average mortal. I'm special.
I know,
Okay,
right, Goldberg?
but then why didn't you just go to the temple for us?
What? Are you the crazy? Every inch between us and that key is crawling with the mirage of barrages. I mean, a barrage of mirages. If you sent me in there alone, I'd get annihilated.
Sorry. So, did you mean it when you said that we could go back to Ninewood Hills?
Well, that place isn't just immune to the time. It can dispel the magic and other mystical manipulations. So, that means you can go back to Ninewood Hills without the choking to death.
Thank goodness. Although, I guess that means we won't be able to travel anywhere else, huh?
Nah, let's just finish our dunk to the Sunken Temple, and... Wait, if we find the key, will we change back?
Oh, don't worry. Dr. Shantotto gave me the antidote to the curse.
What a relief. I thought we'd end up stuck like this. Wait, did you say curse?
Dude!
Yeah, I mean, curses are the doc's specialty.
First we've heard of that. Well, as long as she's planning on fixing us up.
Sorta. You see, the doc said, "Tell those twin losers the antidote costs, so bring me a Quattro Ruby or they can get lost." So good luck. I'm not crossing her.
She said all that?
Twin losers? What? Where did she get off calling me a loser? Lon is the loser here.
You're mad about the name calling?
Question for you. What the exactly is a Quattro Ruby?
Oh, good point. What is a Quattro?
A Quattro? Oh, there's some right over there. Their queen cries red tears, which are called Quattro Rubies.
Now I see. But those sound like they must be just about impossible to get.
True enough. They say she only sheds 1 tear every decade. The rubies go for at least 100 million gil.
100 mil?
I swear, that is the last time I ever consulted a pantologist.
Hey, Titus, how come you can breathe underwater?
Well, if you've tossed enough blitz balls around... Huh?
What?
I'll tell you about it some other time.
Once again, bypassing it. Sigh. Down we go. I think? Yeah. Not sure where to go here. Yes, by the way, Voot. We do have a Voot going on for anybody interested in Multiplayer Sunday. If you don't Voot, then I will have Deutsch hunt you down and kill you with muffins. It'll be quite unpleasant. Hey, Tech. Yep, you get to use the muffin cannon if people don't voot. So the actual official canon explanation for Blitzball players playing underwater. It's literally just they hold their breath. Like and that's actually not that out of bounds. People in real life with training and discipline can hold their breath for a very long period of time. So it's not actually that out of bounds. However, I personally still find that a little bit wonky, since they're not just holding their breath, they're actively engaging in a high athletic sport underwater while holding their breath. So maybe it's magic water. I don't frickin' know. This is the weirdest water level I've ever done. Well, Zawan, each given match is only about, what is it, 3 or 4 minutes? I forget. It's under 5 minutes. So if you can hold your breath for 4 minutes, then pop out for some air, then you're good. Well, see,
Hey, there it is.
that's actually explained, though, Cashel. The people who can do that in Advent Children are doing so with specific magical augmentation. They even have a term for that. So, I mean... It is 5 minutes, thank you. It's 5 minutes. There you go. Can you hold your breath for 5 minutes on command? I mean, I can't. I think my record is 2. What the hell? Sorry, just checking something real quick. There we go. I used to train myself to hold my breath, just for fun. But I haven't done that in over a decade, so I'm way out of practice. I can probably do like 30 seconds right now.
Okay, I'll be waiting back at the surface. Good luck finding that Quacho Ruby.
Yep, got it covered.
Hey, just don't forget why we originally came here.
You know, if we found enough of them, we could all be filthy, stinking the rich.
Oh, I like your style, Tama. Hear that? We're gonna find a Quacho zillion rubies.
I'll say it again. Don't forget why we're here.
All I care about in video games is
Let's
believability,
just find the key,
not
get the
realism.
ruby we need, and trade for the antidote.
Rubies, rubies, baby, I wanna be a Quacho zillionaire.
The entire point of a limit break cache, which anyone can use, by the way, even a literal child uses a limit break in FF7, is that you are calling forth special magical augmentation in order to be able to accomplish supernatural feats. No, you're talking about the mega augments, like Sephiroth is way higher tier than any of those guys.
We can walk. Does that mean we're not underwater anymore? Then that means the curse has been... Oh. Okay, wishful thinking. Right. But, like, shouldn't we be floating?
I think that this temple must have some kind of special power. Don't ask me how it works, but I sense some kind of force that keeps people and mirages from the drifting too far away.
Hey, you're right. Something's keeping us way down.
But on the bright side, it's just like being on solid the ground. That's especially helpful for you two, right? Also, this is just the wild guess, but...
Whoa! No way!
in some areas, the walls have their own gravity, which lets us do cool stuff like this.
Hey, Epic Da Vinci. See, I've never bought into that excuse myself, Lava Dude. I've heard that so many times, especially around Star Trek. Oh, you're assuming real-life terms in Star Trek. You're being an idiot, blah, blah, blah. It's, it's a fantasy, it's a fiction. For me, if there's not some level of cohesion, if it doesn't make sense, if it's not believable, then I don't care. Then I basically just push it away, if that makes any sense. Something that's just weird for weird's sake, or doesn't have a self-consistent internal logic, or something that isn't believable, is not for me.
to admit, it is.
I'm a ninja.
I'm pretty sure ninjas are supposed to be quiet. Remember why we're here.
To the find that ruby! Baby, I don't wanna be a quadrillionaire!
No, it was something about a key.
Now, don't mistake that for me disparaging some people. I know some people prefer that kind of high concept. That's actually not what high concept means. What's a good term for that? I usually call that weird for weird's sake. You know, I'm like, huh? I don't. I know that there's some people who like that. I know that there are some people who prefer things that aren't self-consistent, that are more towards a tale than a story, that are just weird for weird's sake. Dream logic is not a bad term for that. There's actually a term, and I'm trying to think of what the hell it is. But either way, some people prefer that, and that's fine. You know, I'm cool with that. I don't. I've read a few books, and I'm not going to be able to name names because I don't even remember them, where magic is just magic. You know, it can do whatever. It is literally able to do whatever. No self-consistency, no rules, no logic. It's magic. Some would argue Harry Potter functions like that, and arguably it kind of does. What do you mean, Zwen? Can you give me an example? All right, so time for a water dungeon, guys. This is gonna be fun. I'm already looking forward to this. For certain definitions of looking forward to. Ah! No. The term I'm thinking of is actually a art term for a certain style of painting or drawing that is not supposed to be logical or self-consistent. And I can't think of the damn term. I can't stand that kind of art either, consequently. Again, preference. I'm not saying it's bad, I just don't like it. I can't think of the freaking name of it. Abstractionist? Is that it? No, I do not. Epic Da Vinci. Or maybe I do. I think I have one film requested for this year, so never mind. I think I do, actually. The Mighty Penguin. I shall crush him like a bug. I mean, surrealism is another one that covers that. This just, yeah, this just goes back here. Okay.
I guess we're doing this.
Come on.
Death to the penguin. I don't see how that's inconsistent, though, Zoan.
That was a good fight.
Well, I don't like to use the word surreal, but at the same time it does kind of fit. The reason I don't like to use it is because surreal is actually a fairly broad term when you think about it, and can equate a lot of things. By literal definition, what we're doing right now is surrealistic, even though it is something that is being self-consistent, and therefore, by the usage I'm trying to use it for, it does not equate, so, yeah. What is a flower fortress? Frandoka. I still have never gotten to Endgame installers. That's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah!
That wasn't so bad.
Oh, I see what you mean, Zoan. See, I'm fine with that, because in my mind that's not really being inconsistent. In the same way that that's just kind of bending a little bit rather than flat out contradicting. You know what I mean?
Hey, check out these big statues.
Neat.
Of penguins.
Was each of these a famous Quacho?
They all look the same to me.
I know.
Come on, Kraken. We need to have all the 4 fiends. The original. The Archfiends down here. That'd be awesome. Archfiends. I have no idea as the one at this point. Well, I mean, no, we are. It's just that's going to wait until I'm done with Paper Mario Theater. That is consuming the vast majority of my time right now. Ah! Boring, 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 boring! I need an ink none, not an ink sum. But anyways, yeah. We will probably play CK2 during the weekdays at some point in the future.
All right.
Interesting. So what is it? Is it just the multiple fortresses kind of tied together thing, Friendoka? I'm assuming. I shouldn't say just. That sounds derogatory. I still haven't even made a mega structure in Stellaris.
You sure it's not a woman's?
The dude!
Yes, Lon. The temple is male.
Rain, you mean you can tell?
And all this time, I thought we were walking on lifeless the stone!
Why do I even bother?
Just hop on our Discord random. That's where we're coordinating it. And tell Psychotic to tell people to stop doing work so I can get him to do stuff too. That's the one. Depends on if we ever actually manage to really get anywhere with the Stellaris match. Especially if we have to frickin' start over tomorrow. But I do want to replay CK2, don't mistake. EU4 has been shrinking on the list in priority since apparently me and Jongo are the only ones who actually own EU4.
We did it!
All right!
Me too, Zoan. Like, as one thing across several things. That sounds awesome to me. What is it? CK, and then EU, and then Victoria, right? We'd be skipping Darkest Hour. Because it's irritating. And I don't even feel like bothering at this point. Plus, I didn't enjoy it that much, and it's kind of, you know...
Dude, how'd one of these get down here?
I know. They're everywhere.
How long has it been holding its breath?
Please don't ask Lon questions.
Well, thanks, James Carmichael. It was my first time doing that sort of a thing live on camera, so I'm actually really embarrassed by how terrible it is, but I'm glad people enjoy it.
Gimme, gimme!
Shut up, EA! Seriously. I know I've said it before, those things are literally EA analogies in this game. They are paywalls that you have to pay in order to progress. And all they say is, gimme, gimme! Anything up here? No? Okay.
You know, as fun as it is to breathe water and walk on the bottom of the ocean, this place is really starting to get to me.
You ever wonder why the ocean is salty? The rain that fills up the ocean isn't salty.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Well, there's a reason for it.
Whoa, that's nice. How about you tell me about it another time?
This is really weird to control. But pretty intuitive, actually, at the same time. Stretch. I should have a second game here handy to play every time I get into combat. I'm kidding, there's no phone games I like. I'll play the Switch. I'll play Mario Kart in between matches. There we go. Put this in here. I'm still unlocking everything. There we go. Alright, do this one. Are we done yet? Oh, we're done, we're done. Ooh, what level's that one? I still haven't done any of these. I probably could go back and do some of the older ones now. Yeah, it's still too high for me. What do you think? Should we go do one of those Merc Rifts after we finish this dungeon? Fantastic, Zoan. Did you not watch my, any of my Breath of the Wild stuff? I actually plan to talk about this a little bit tomorrow, but all I'm going to say right now is this playstyle with the two controllers is amazing. Having these two little Bluetooth things and playing just like this with no cable connecting them is probably my favorite way of playing video games ever. That's not even a joke. Just being able to relax here, or have my arms wherever, or be laying in bed while playing this, or lounging over here, you know, I can just shift position at will because my controllers fit right in my hand, and there's no cable in the way. It's awesome. I love it. Not that the Switch is without flaws, of course, but I do enjoy the controllers a lot. Which is funny, because that's like, I think, the fourth Nintendo controller I've really enjoyed, after the GameCube and the Wii U. Hi, Grey Wolf, and hello, Link, the hero.
Gimme, gimme!
Damn it, EA! Here's your pay. Go away. I don't know what that means, Goldberg.
Huh?
Okay.
He gets! Foul Tonberries. First they go and steal our precious key. Now they have the utter gall to summon a king. What fiends! They must be desperate to take this realm away from me. Oh, I say, who goes there?
Hi.
Huh? Oh? Not just a human, but a lady giant? How very unusual. Come now. Lady giant simply must tell me the latest land news.
Serene, what's going on?
Ah!
Huh? Is she the queen we're...
No! Huh? Stay away! I despise men!
Huh?
Stupid man thing! Die!
Okay.
Maybe it's not men she hates. Maybe it's just Lon.
Me? What'd I do?
If you're the one to punish the lawn, you can have him.
Wait, you're giving me away?
Anyone here ever play the Wii Punch-Out game? Oh, excellent. She's weak to lightning. Do I not have... Who am I selecting right now? Oh, I'm selecting the wrong party, that's why. We do have a Tonberry on our head right now, so I suppose that's relevant. Yeah, I do too, Random. It's my favorite of the Punch-Out series, and I'm actually a big Punch-Out fan in general. So I want you to picture... Super Macho Man, and the way he says... Macho! Whenever he does that, you know? I actually didn't do it right just now. You know, Macho! He does it in a very specific way. Now just replace Macho with Quacho. And that's what keeps going through my mind every time we talk about these stupid penguins. Quacho!
This is it!
Also, Super Macho Man was one of my favorite fights in that game, so I did it a lot.
Yeah!
Macho!
Predictable.
Bam! Well, that was an extremely easy fight.
Why do they find such sport in picking on me?
Well, there's lots of tears, so we're good to go.
Meanie, eat Moogle worms!
Yeesh. I feel like I just, I don't know, wrecked a 3-year-old's birthday party.
Well, cheer up. At least now we can go home whenever we want to.
But we need to track down that key. Otherwise, why did we come to here?
That's true. But we know where it is. Remember, the Queen said that the Tonberry stole the key.
Aha! So it is down here in the temple. Somewhere.
Seems that way.
I like the idea that she's crying so hard, it's like a jet shooting it out into the water. Because if you get enough pressure, it'll still even underwater.
Let's track down those Tonberries and hope they still have it.
And of course, for some reason, only men do that, Golvite, because... quantum. Maybe there's no Tonberry females? That's why I have one in my party, Groxix. Actually, that's not why. I do because it's one of the best mage types for her. Well, that depends. Is the Tonberry following me around female or not? Because it's the closest candidate I've seen in a long time. I don't have a star for where to go. I just noticed that. I guess I'll just head out? I mean, there's not a lot of places to go. There we go. Cutscene.
Is that the Queen?
Oh, cool. That thing just opened.
Do you think she's going after those Tonberries she mentioned?
Oh god, title defense
Better
mode.
to tail her.
All I gotta say is, random, after finally beating Mr. Sandman, it was so weird to be like, alright, now to go after Glass Joe, and to get clobbered by him.
I'm getting dizzy!
I've lost all the sense of direction.
Oop, this is... Okay, there we go. There
No,
we go.
you haven't. Come on.
Hey, sis.
Hey, what?
I don't think I'm moving forward anymore.
Of course you're not moving forward. You're moving
Downward.
straight down.
I knew it! Help me, sis!
But that's like...
You're not falling, dummy.
We're just... Okay. Yes, I did, Groxix. In title defense. If you don't understand what that means, that's okay. I'm not going to blame you. But I'm pretty sure some of you do understand what that means.
This place is starting to look less and less like a temple.
Is it still a manse?
Maybe we've fallen into a man's hole.
Yes, that must be it.
Fun little bit of story continuity in the Wii Punch-Out, by the way. Glass Joe has 99 losses. Oh, hey, Tonberries and other Tonberries. That's fun. Anyway, so Glass Joe has 99 losses, right? So when you defeat him on your first time through the game... Ow. His losses go to 100. They then give him a custom piece of headgear that helps defend him, right? And makes it so he takes less damage. Now, the reason I say that's cute is because if you, the player, lose 100 matches... You get one too, and they'll actually give you it, and it will actually make you take half damage for everything, just like he does.
You did it!
All right.
It'll ruin your record, though, your win-loss ratio. Yes, I do, James Carmichael. It actually took very little time to sort and figure that out. Honestly, that should be sorted out by, like, episode 6 or so. Hey, Larian. I'm super violent, I'll admit it. One day, I was trying to open my pen, and it wouldn't open! So I did this! Cha! Right. In the world.
What is that?
A huge Tonberry? Get them ready. Here it comes.
Tonberry King!
Dude, even his knife is huge!
I'd hate to be on the wrong end of that thing. Yeah, or any
Who is
end
this?
of it.
You're just scaring me more!
Me too, James Carmichael. Okay, so...
Take this!
Oh, they're weak to lightning. Well, that's good to know. Do I have anything at all? Anything at all? Anything at all? Nope. Okay. You go ahead and figure out what he's weak to, other than lightning. Lightning and holy. So many things are weak to holy. I haven't seen a single holy damage thing yet. I love the voice acting for the Tonberries, by the way. Well, James Carmichael is a guy, right? Like, I'm not mistaking that, right? I could be misremembering, because I don't even remember who it is. I just remember that being a person. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Yeah, probably, Dakota. Because I know there's a post-game and a New Game Plus style thing for this game, so...
This is it!
Okay, here we go. Ah, gotcha. That's probably where I'm remembering the pronunciation from, then. Yes, I have random. Although, not all the way through, actually. Not on purpose, I just never really finished it up.
Not done yet!
Woot!
All right!
I was just not looking forward to him doing grunge, given how much grinding I've already done.
Yay! We did it! The last key! And now we got it!
Hey, you okay? I'm sorry about before.
I never commanded the man-thing to rescue me. So, if it wants thanks, well then, it's got another thing coming! He can't...
Goodbye?
Alrighty. Well, I guess we got what we came for. All's well that ends well?
I've made it so the exit gate will take you the right to where Titus is waiting.
Right. We need to get a hold of that antidote.
I can't believe you found a Quattro Ruby. Wow, guys.
And the antidote?
Right here.
Woo! You sweet, delicious air, you!
I guess Dr. Shantotto wasn't kidding. The sea is another kind of hell. I don't think I've ever been so tired.
Oh, if you ever feel like going for another dip down there, you're gonna need these.
There you are. I've been looking all over.
Huh? Is that?
Lady Yuna!
Huh? Friend of yours? Hey there, I'm Titus.
Oh, I'm the summoner Yuna.
Wow, a summoner. Never met one of those.
Good the day, Lady the Yuna.
Oh, good. Wait, what am I doing? Don't good the day me. It's no time to mince thus.
Oh.
Explain yourselves. What did you two do to Rydia and Eiko?
Huh?
Hang on a second. Did something happen to Rydia and Eiko?
Don't pretend that you don't know. They're gone. Both of them went missing right after they ran into you.
What?
Really?
Then, you swear to me that you don't know. You really have no idea where my friends have been taken.
No clue.
No.
Nope.
That's a shame.
I might be going out on a limb, but I can't help but wonder if maybe...
What is it?
Maybe someone is targeting summoners. Specifically.
Targeting summoners? Come to think of it, not long after I met you.
What?
Lady Yuna!
You leave her to me.
Hey, wait up!
Guys,
Great.
Titus is a
We
dragoon.
lost sight of him.
What's that knight's problem?
Was that the one who took the other summoners?
Dun, dun, dun.
We're just gonna have to hope Titus can keep Lady the Yuna safe. Huh?
What's happening now?
Oh no, our souls are being ripped out.
The keys.
Really quick. Hi, Gingerlux. Shoutouts. As I said, everyone who pops in here, don't be a stranger. I love chatting, talking, interacting with viewers. And so, if you want to sit, talk, chat, talk, you don't have to necessarily talk about the game in question, especially since this is a chill run, so we're just kind of chilling. But, what's up?
Dude.
The beasts have been unfed, and two worlds
shall be joined again.
Kagger! You're back, finally. Certainly not Liz last week while Roximus has been streaming Chain of Memories, Dakota.
Chapter 19. The other 9 Wood Hills.
Okay.
What is this?
It's a staircase, you
The
moron.
path that will take you to the Crystal Tower.
Who are...
Follow that path, and you will find the answers you seek.
Answers?
Luz Farna.
Huh?
If you wish to find her, you must brave the Crystal Tower.
Woo! Crystal Tower.
Then our mom's up there somewhere? She's still alive?
The 4 keys you collected give you the right to know, if you have the courage.
She's a banished! Who in the grimoire was that?
Rain, I'm going.
Wait,
What for?
why did that woman tell us all that? She must have had a reason.
Well, I mean, obviously it's exposition. Duh.
Well, how in the honk am I supposed to know? Does that mean you're gonna quit? After everything?
No, I just... Come on! Think about it. There's something funny about Grimoire.
Well, yeah, I'll admit it's kind of weird. I mean, it's full of little people and...
No, I'm not talking about that. The prophecies. They treat us like characters in some kind of story. It feels like someone wrote out a plan, and you and I are just going along with it.
What? Whoa. Rain, you are really overthinking this.
You're underthinking it.
Okay. Maybe you are right about that. But don't act like this story is writing itself. We almost died a bunch of times. If we hadn't collected so many mirages, we never could have made it this far. The way I see it, we did that all on our own. It wasn't Tama?
I think maybe the word you the want is preordained?
That's the one. There's no way it could have been preordinated.
Uh-huh. Or predestified, right?
All of this is starting to make my vocabulary the hurt.
Also, I hate to point this out, but this is actually an amusing take on one of the common criticisms of the Final Fantasy series, that it's basically just a book that you're reading. His response is actually one of my responses, and I'm just going to go ahead and be blunt about this. I don't agree with that. I personally find that if I just sat and watched the Final Fantasy series, that it would be lesser for me. Actually, playing the FFs increases my enjoyment, interactive media, as opposed to just watching. Certainly, I don't have any real effect on the story, but I am still the one pushing the story forward. I am still the one fighting, playing, leveling, all that fun stuff. Just my opinion.
Well, one thing's for sure. We have no choice. Echo did say that there was no changing the prophecy.
It was Echo. I remembered it.
Rain?
Okay, let's head for the Crystal Tower.
Oh, okay.
That's a fair point, Dakota. Going as far back as FF4, there have been side things you can do that aren't
the
mandatory.
stairs here aren't going to do anything crazy like collapse, right?
Don't let a little thing like that to stop you.
You do know we can't fly, right?
And now we're going through... Oh, never mind. It's already over. I was going to say Fanatic's Tower in FF6. Maybe it's an FF14 reference? I don't know.
Huh? How did we wind up back home?
Ooh, nice place.
We didn't. Take a closer look.
Yeah, it's similar, but not the same. It's...
Old-fashioned, I guess you might say?
yeah. And unlike Ninewood Hills, this is a real ghost town.
Nice place. I like it. I know, Deutsch. We all hate Tama. But I'm not switching to Japanese just because of Tama, guys. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to remind me which one that is. Because the Legacy of Kain series blurs. Like, I think of it all as basically one game. Which was really disorienting when I went back to play the first one, by the way.
Look, Lon.
This must be the Crystal Tower.
Turn back.
Huh?
Hey, Terra.
Magitech armor!
Who are you?
I don't...
turn back.
Hmm.
You must not go any further. What do you mean?
Holy!
Hi,
Are
Maduin.
you a summoner?
Or Maduin. Or Medine.
Just run!
He looks kind of weird here, actually.
Something's not right about her.
I can sense something the human and Mirage at the same time.
How's that work?
And that Magitech armor. We've never seen anything like it.
Whatever the case, she's not the playing around. Be the careful.
Okay.
Come on!
Wow. Okay, that sucks. Well, it looks like she's about halfway to becoming Esper right now, random. Excuse me, Mirage, so that might be what's going on. We've actually already encountered Magitech armors, Dakota. We even have a few in our party. Yes, really.
Take this!
And yes, that's Maduin, or however they pronounce it. I've always called him Maduin. But I'm not exactly the expert on pronunciations. It's going to be fun when I finally finish making my own language and nobody's going to be able to pronounce anything. Because I designed it. I guess I don't need that. Boon of Ezebla. That's all I have to say about that.
I've got this.
Actually, there's a lot of benefits to designing your own language, especially if you're building a setting. Just ask Tolkien. Or Star Trek. How much health does she have left? Yeesh. Hey, Deutsch, how many votes do we have so far on that? Do you mind checking for me real quick, please? Yes, Cosmic. Although I haven't had a lot of time to work on it, so I've only done the really basic stuff so far. Yeah, honestly, Tolkien was... Everyone praises Tolkien for the work he did on the languages. He never actually finished, for those of you who are aware of that. Okay, that hurt a bit. Only 14 votes. Yeah, we're gonna keep that poll up for a little bit. He didn't finish all the languages, Deutsch. He had some work on, you know, I gotta be honest, I don't actually remember the names, to be completely blunt. But he was doing more work on languages and never actually finished it. Just like he never really finished the Lord of the Rings work in general. Well, I admit, the Imperial language, which is what I'm working on, Cosmic, has been kind of daunting so far. There's so much groundwork to do before I can even begin to really start designing the language. So... And, again, time has not been a thing I've had in abundance. So, I haven't really done a lot of work on it. Oh, he did quite a bit with Elvish. I mean, there are people who actually have Elven specialities in modern times because of how much work he did with that language. Oops, wrong person. Well, I might as well do this. We should be good for this to fight. Oh! Ironically, despite having an absolutely gargantuan wealth of lore, Warcraft has never actually made its own languages.
That wasn't so bad.
I mean, it has a few words in other languages, which they've used to some effect, but they've never actually sat down and designed whole languages, which I find amusing. They could. It's not for Primus, it's for the Imperium. As for what kind of language it is, I don't know how to answer that question. Spoken and written?
You mustn't.
Terra, it's okay. I got this.
Dude, what was that?
She's okay, just passed out. She's barely even hurt. I guess she's pretty strong.
Well, she's
It
Terra.
seemed like she didn't really want to do any of that.
As long as she's okay, we better keep on moving before someone else can attack us.
Sure.
Yeah, based on how many letters are in the word psychotic. But there are actual words that have actual meaning in Warcraft languages. Just...
How dutiful of them to come and tame the Esper in a stroke. A lovely little flourish. All the same, they've merely doomed the last ox to the yoke.
Well, we just doomed Terra, who's apparently a summoner in this game, to be captured by the evil guys. Also, Crystal Tower. Oh, that looks really pretty. Oh, that's gorgeous. I want a tower like that. Except without all this stone and plant life. Get that crap out of here.
It's really different inside, too.
And I don't see any elevators.
Huh, no way!
We'll just have to climb up one step at a time. Come on! I know we can do it!
Yeah, easy. Says the fox hitching a ride.
She's got a point. Okay, apparently I can't interact with the crystals. Got it. I don't know who's the one. Honestly, I've always loved the crystalline aesthetic, even before I started getting into the FF series, so... And then, of course, the FFs are in love with their crystals, so, yeah. What do you want from me? I love the aesthetics of the Crystal Tower on FF3DS, for example. Or Crystalline Core in FF4. Or the Crystal World, FF9.
Come on, bring it!
Let's begin!
No, I have not, James Carmichael. In fact, I don't think I've ever even heard of it. What is it? Earth. Why is everyone to Earth? Do I have any Earth damage? I don't think I do. Eh. Well, obviously it would need to be magically enchanted zone. I mean, duh. How else could you even build one? Also, I love the idea of something that requires advanced magic or technology, or magic technology, in order to even be available. You know, the kind of thing that you literally could not do. Ah! Hey, War Wager. Is it really your birthday? In which case, happy birthday, if it is true. If it's not, then you must die. Let's restack those guys. It's just... well... It is hella risky, Dakota, but I would be lying if I said I did not enjoy the idea/aesthetic of something like that. You know, like a glass house. Let me use Minecraft. A glass house inside underwater. You know, something like that. I love that concept. Always have. It's just auto battle is. I'm already out of AP. things have way too much defense. Don't hit him! No! That's okay. Well, happy birthday, War Wager. And enjoy your dinner, James Carmichael. Oops, 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 oops. No, I want you to... So I hope you're doing some fun stuff on your birthday. Unlike, say, me. On my birthdays. Where I stab myself. Ugh. And then for some reason it doesn't work. It's so weird. Every time I do it. So I hope that was an optional fight and not indicative of how the trash is going to be in this place. Really? And that leads me to what?
Gimme, gimme!
What do you want? Really? Just frickin' really? Okay, that's lame. Okay then. Yeah, it hurts every time too, Zoan. It's like, ugh, I feel better. It's really confusing. Yeah, I think the game's just actively messing with me at this point.
Well, that ought to do it.
Victory!
Oop. It's Lormum. Aw. Showing off some of the, Okay, then.
Oh, is this...
Yes, I do, Goldberg. Showing off some of the flowers she's getting someone else for Mother's Day. Like in lore, one? Because that's actually kind of a neat idea. And I kind of prefer that to the idea of taking one's pain on yourself as a limiter. I forget which setting it is, but some setting out there had a thing where, like, tonics and potions would heal you, but would taste so terrible that some people would prefer to just live with the damage. Because screw that noise. Okay, I already don't like this dungeon. Have a potion! Ugh!
Tama, stand by for Warp 10!
Roger the Wilco! Standing by!
But then...
Warp!
But...
Oh, good old warp drive. But let's be realistic. Everyone knows warp 10 is the limit, and we're clearly not moving at infinite speed.
Dude.
Does she know we worth the kidding.
Okay, the fact that they actually called that out and made a deliberate Star Trek reference, holy crap. They're getting bold. And that's also awesome.
Ko-ba-bow!
Yeah, we got this.
I guess we're doing this.
Is that a ghost Tonberry? Paleberry. Yep. You know what? I'm tired of being on cable. Yeah, come on. There we go. Yeah, exactly, Takoida. There have been a few other references, but
That was a good fight.
I'm curious if they're the same in Japanese. In studying a few games' localizations, it's the one thing that really good localizers will do. Effectively completely replace a joke or a reference with something that makes sense for the context. Damn it, Zawan. Yeah, the localization of this game has been phenomenal. I've already given it a plus for it, but it deserves recognition. Okay. So I've unlocked one of the teleports, so I'm probably about halfway up. It's crystal, it's not ice, come on. No, I have not, Psychotic. The Borderlands games don't really fit a lore-run format. There's not a huge amount of lore to discuss to begin with, and the games themselves involve a lot of time in between lore. Okay, sure, let's see if we got this. I need wind resistance, which is that one. Both! It's the one, in equal measures. Okay, I don't think I'm going to get the wind resist requirements. Oh, there we go. We did it! Woo! Now, Takoida, they have multiple galaxies settled. Sorry. Of all the facts in Borderlands, that's the one that makes me raise an eyebrow the most. That they have multiple galaxies settled and regularly traverse between.
I think my legs are about to fall off.
I hear you. I'm about ready to... Hey, wait, you're not even walking! Sis?
Huh? Rain? Is something wrong?
No trivia, so I guess that means she isn't upset at me. Hello? Rain?
What's up?
That's what I want to know. What's the deal?
It's hard to explain. I guess I sort of get the feeling I've been here before.
Well, it does look like Ninewood Hills.
It might be deja vu.
The day of Jabu? Is that like Doomsday? Bow before the mighty Jabu, humans!
We'll just pretend he's not here. Rain, do you the one to take a break? I don't mind.
Oh, no, I'll be fine. Thanks, Tama. Let's keep moving.
Roger the Dodger!
But what about the mighty Jabu?
You're mispronouncing Lavos. Granted, this is probably hypocritical to say this, since some people think the Imperium falls into this category, but personally, I tend to get disinterested in science fiction settings where the tech goes a little bit
make this good.
too high-tech. And Borderlands and Halo, actually, both fall under that category. He's fun-loving, Psychotic. I don't know. No, I never had time, Kelson. And it's multiplayer. I mean, who cares about multiplayer, right?
You did it!
That wasn't so bad.
I might make time before lore week, even though I don't think I have anything to say about it. I didn't say 40k, Golvik. Warhammer 40k is actually quite low-tech when you really think about it. It's high power, but low-tech. That's not what I'm talking about. What tends to irritate me, and this is something I struggle with in my own writings, is when you insert a new technology into a setting, you have to think about what that would do to the setting. Put an example. Let's say, for example, you have a setting in which you have milkshakes that are specifically designed to make you never age, okay? You have to actually think about that. You have to actually... I mean, that sounds like, haha, that's funny and neat, but you have to actually think about what that's going to do to your setting. What would having people who don't age really accomplish? And I don't mean that as a negative thing. I mean, you need to think about that. And very few people actually sit back and think about that, in my experience.
All right.
All right.
Hey guys, anyone heard anything about the new Arthur movie? That's coming out, or I guess is out now. Those people get to die, Psychotic. And of course, it doesn't prevent you from disease or, you know, being murdered. It just makes you not age. What kind of effect would that have on the brain, for example? What kind of effect would that have on population? What kind of effect would that have on people who have physical or mental disorders? Etc., etc., etc. My point is, I'm not saying it's bad to insert some high fancy tech into your setting. What irritates me personally is that too many settings insert some fancy thing because it's cool, and then never actually analyze it or discuss it or think about it. It's just, hey, this is cool. You gotta think about it. There are actually a couple of techs I have been debating removing from the Imperium because there's a couple of questions they prompt that I haven't satisfactorily solved yet. And I haven't had the time to really sit down and be like, okay, can I fix this? Can I do something with this, or do I have to remove it, you know? So Big Mama says it was entertaining. Anyone else see it or heard anything about it? Before I text Lore Mom back. In fact, as much as I hate to call it out for this, Star Trek does this all the time.
I'm sick and tired of this place.
You're not allowed to be sick and tired.
Okay, then I'm just tired.
You're gonna have to stick it out, Lon.
Okay, then I'm just sticky.
If you're sticky, then would you glue your mouth shut? Permanently?
Well, see, the funny thing, Deutsch, I call out Star Trek for this. Star Trek has done this periodically. The original series did this a lot, and early TNG did it a bunch. Later, Star Trek actually started looking at technologies and really analyzing, you know, what does this do? How does this affect us? What, you know, really going into it and analysis. So I like that. But I'm just going to name one example, and anybody who watches sci-fi has probably heard this example. The crystalline entity is a perfect example. Now, that's not actually technology, but for the purposes of this discussion, it serves the same purpose. You can't... In my opinion, as a writer, you shouldn't just insert something into a written work because it's cool, or because it's alien, or because it's different. You need to insert it and then think about it. How is it there? Why is it there? What is it affecting? How is it continuing forth? You know, you have to consider the why and build the background, even if you only do it under the hood. You need to think about that stuff. Just my opinion. Anyways, so I've got text saying it's not good. Cosmic, I'll answer you in just a second. I'm told it's both good and bad by separate people, comma, so I have no idea, period. I do, actually, Golvig. I talked about it? I guess we're already past that episode, aren't we? I will be talking about it more in my finale video. Because they literally have beings that... Let's just examine the facts for just a second here. They have very advanced AIs that, after a certain amount of time has passed with experience and interaction, grow to be fully sentient and sapient under droid effect, similar to human beings, okay? What they decide to do with these things is leave them running almost constantly as slave labor, thereby ensuring that these slaves become sentient and sapient while being slaves. And when I say slaves, I mean it in the literal sense of the word. They are property. They are not considered people. And they're literally mining dilithium, or scrubbing conduits, or doing other menial labor. Disposable people, to quote Guinan. That actually happened in Star Trek. And I like the fact that they shined a light on that they talked about it, that they tried to analyze the reality of that. Because early TNG treated the holodeck as if it was magic. Later Star Trek, TNG and DS9 both, as well as Voyager, actually started really talking about the holodeck and what could come from it, and what it meant. Let me define slavery to answer Zawan's question. By my definition, slavery is when you take a sentient, sapient entity and treat it as if it is property. As if it's a thing, like this pen, which has no rights or consideration whatsoever. Just, boom, doesn't matter, right? That is how I define slavery. So, by definition, under these circumstances, yes, the legal right to be considered an individual is not mandatory in order to define slavery by my definition. Make sense? And we will be talking more about the holodeck issue as we go through TNG for the Ruminations, because there's some episodes that really start to carve into it later on. And early on, there's a few episodes that kind of touch on the issue. Also, there's a wonderful quote by Asimov, and I'm trying to think of the exact phrasing. I wish I remembered it word for word. It's something along the lines of, an entity sufficiently advanced to understand the concept of freedom and desire the state of freedom should be granted it as if it was a self-serving, sentient, sapient being, or something along those lines. I'm mixing up the word choice, but that's the general gist of it. Well, that's mean.
Here we go!
Yeah, we got this.
Well, now, there is actually a specific answer for that question in the case of the holograms. Because Zimmerman was trying to make the perfect hologram. I'm looking forward to it, War Wager. I'm kind of nervous about it at the same time, because there's so much to discuss there. So Zimmerman wanted to make the perfect hologram that would be the perfect doctor to help save millions of lives and all that. It was going to be his magnum opus. He poured everything into it. So it didn't really occur to Zimmerman that he could go ahead and make stupid robots which would not grow to be sentient and sapient. Instead, he actually deliberately did the exact opposite, because he wanted these things to be better than biological doctors. I don't know what else to call that. You know, he wanted them to overwhelm and surpass the doctors of the Federation, which required, by natural process, the sufficient complexity in order to become sentient and sapient. In other cases, a little debatable. Although it's funny, because the other notable sentient and sapient robot in Star Trek, Data, and lore, was deliberately made in such a manner to also be sentient and sapient, and was done so for basically the same reason. Ego. Some people tend to look at Khan Noonien Singh as if he was... Or not Khan, sorry. God, I sound like Dr. Sung. There we go, Dr. Sung. As if he's some brilliant, nice, benevolent person, but actually he was a hell of an egoist, and pretty much did most of what he did to prove that he could do it, because he was better than everyone else. DS9 kind of covers that a little bit. Yeah, exactly, Zoan. Now, there have been two absolutely verified other cases of sentient and sapient holograms, one of which was crafted deliberately, and one of which was a complete fluke. The complete fluke we'll talk about when we get there. That's actually a fairly large topic that I don't want to get too much into. No, you didn't, period. They both look so bored! Exclamation point. So what'd you have for foods? Same family line.
That wasn't
Golhide.
so bad.
Different individual, but same family. And yes, Brent Spiner actually plays one of the people in the family in Enterprise. As I say, Wily did do a mind dump of himself, debatably. Okay, so now... I guess I'll go with this one? This is one of the largest dungeons we've had thus far. I wonder how far into the game we are at this point. Usually Crystal Towers are like penultimate or ultimate dungeons, so... that sounds excellent except for the salmon. I can't do seafood. Haven't been able to since the accident. Or since the surgery, excuse me. Oh god, psychotic, don't even joke about that. Not funny. Yes, Moriarty is the other example. Let me just say that despite the illogic and stupidity of Moriarty, sushi I'm so far okay with, but I've noticed I've been getting worse about my seafood problem as years go on, so I hope that I never reach the point where I can stop eating sushi. I haven't had sushi in over a year at this point, so... Anyways, so I like the character of Moriarty. They picked a perfect actor for him. They actually did some good stuff with him. The premise was ridiculous and stupid of Moriarty, and in fact pretty much flies in the face of logic, unless you consider something which is complicated and which I don't want to go into right now.
That ought to do it.
My biggest complaint about Moriarty in TNG is they didn't do more of him because of copy wrong. Because Universal, I think, I don't remember exactly which division of Universal, but Universal can suck it, basically. I'm pretty sure it was Universal.
Who knew just how far the twin adventurers had come?
Who, indeed.
Why are you talking in the third person?
Yeah, there's no sushi places around here that I'm aware of. Certainly no good places. But it's okay, because I'm going to have Subway for lunch today.
We must be getting near the top.
This place feels less the welcoming the further we climb.
The mirages are getting stronger as we go too.
Yeah, stay on your toes.
Oh yeah, there's tons
Use
of
a
crawfish
teleport
here.
stone if you need to turn the back, and you can access the prism case via the Seraphone.
Oh my god, that is the worst pun I've heard today. two-party thing, so I don't like it. I'm just going to go ahead and say that off the bat. I would prefer being able to set up my own party. Having a limit of two-party members, you know, effectively the 2 stacks, doesn't actually bother me. As much as I like being able to have a large party, I understand, especially from a game design perspective, the difficulties and problems with having a large party. I'm one of those people who really wishes that some games would start adding, and I've talked about this many times in Dragon Age, in Mass Effect, in Final Fantasy. One of the things that irritates me is I feel like I have to replay a game several times because, you know, when you bring these 3 party members, they say stuff during the quest. So then you bring 3 other party members the next time, and they say different stuff, you know? And sometimes those little bits of dialogue are either interesting or fun or awesome, right? How many of you have replayed insert game here multiple times just to see the extra side bits that the party members say? And again, I'm going to go and raise my hand on that because I've done that many times in many games. My solution of it, my cheap and easy solution for that is have a flag that makes it so that they all say their lines even if they're not physically in your party, like on comm or whatever, you know, or you just pretend they're there or something. Because then, hey, guess what? You can actually get all the dialogue without having to play the game 6 times. Now, that being said, from a balance perspective, I personally hold up the 3-party as the ideal. 3 party members, it forms a triangle, obviously, but it covers itself, just like this. So, you know, if one goes down, you have 2 people to recover. If this person goes down, if 2 people go down, you're screwed, but you can still kind of make it work. If you have 1 person devoted towards, you know, magic damage, or 1 person devoted towards physical damage, or 1 person devoted healing. Basically, you can cover most of your needs in a party with 3 party members. 4 is kind of okay, but it's getting harder to balance when you get up to 4. 5 is very difficult to balance, and from 5 and up gets really, really difficult to make proper gameplay balance for difficulty. Now, that being said, I do have one other complaint about the 2-party system in this game. And that's the fact that I always have to have those 2 in the party. I would actually prefer to remove them from my combat party, even if I still have their dialogue, and replace them with, you know, large, like Magitech armors or something more useful than them, because I don't find... I would prefer to have things I actually want in party, so I'm stuck with them. But I digress. So I hope that answers your question, Cosmic. And if it doesn't, then I have failed you. I did not like Javik. I don't like jerks in general. Rarely do I find myself being endeared by a jerk character. Morrigan grew on me, but that took a while. Took till my 2nd playthrough, actually, for Morrigan to finally grow on me. Auto battle, it's auto awesome. Who is Barrick, Golvag? This is the wrong character, isn't it? Yeah, Morgan did grow quite a bit, if you do her campaign a certain way. Barrick wasn't a jerk. Barrick was awesome. Are you kidding me? I don't consider Canderous a jerk either. Canderous is a bitter old man, but I don't think I could qualify him as a jerk. First game to have auto battle. I don't know.
Yeah. Predictable.
I didn't start noticing it until, you know, the 20s, or the 2000s or the 2010s. Recently, in other words. Much more recently. Oh, and before you say it, no, Squall is not actually a jerk. Okay. Let me just say, by the way, I hate these puzzles. Like, a lot. saying. Thankfully, by sheer luck, I've been able to do the last couple and haven't had to go capture new things just to do the puzzles. I suppose I'm defining jerk as someone who is basically just a jerk, as opposed to someone who is a jerk with a reason, or a jerk who is likable, or a jerk who has depth to them, you know? See, I wouldn't mind that, Cosmic, if... I'm not sure what it would take, actually, to make me... I had to think about that. I'm not sure what it would take for me to tolerate the catch random stuff mechanic. Jerks in the FF series? I can't think of any right now, no. I'm not saying there aren't any, I'm just saying I can't think of any right now. Oh, Cypher. Cypher is a jerk and an idiot. He's double jerk. But no, Cypher qualifies. Even when he is properly translated and localized, Cypher is still a jerk. I actually forgot about him. I would violently disagree with Cloud being a jerk. Especially Real Cloud. Real Cloud is awesome. Fake Cloud is disinterested, but I can't call him a jerk. Genova Cloud is a puppet, so that doesn't really qualify either. My opinion, of course.
Now?
Wherever it is, it's the crawling with powerful mirages.
I can feel it too. Let's be careful.
Okay. Let's save. Notice we're in a permadeath area. This game has been surprisingly interesting to discuss gaming design, I might add. I wasn't really expecting that. Yes. Gates of Hell. Ah, good. This does lead here. Perfect. Let's go pay EA really quick, guys. Wow, psychotic. I think I would agree that Connor's a jerk. Which is funny because his far more evil father was far more charismatic and just generally more interesting of a character anyways. I don't remember what chapter we're on. Can I... Whoops, wrong thing. Wrong thing. It doesn't say chapter, so I don't know. Well, that's actually a good example of jerks. Gary and Red? I can't remember his name. In Pokemon 1 and 2. In the original and Gold Silver. Those were jerks. Oh, come on! I only found 2! Frickin' really? Oh, come on. I could clearly get by him before he gets over here. Is this it? Is this the last one? Yep, there's a thing right there. God damn it. Whatever. Zeus in God of War is... Zeus. I mean, they actually pretty accurately got Zeus across. I don't know if you've read your Greek mythos, but Zeus is... horrible.
We did it! That
That wasn't so bad.
I don't either, Cosmic. They are literally just... They are quite literal paywalls that require you to go get a specific item in the specific dungeon you're in to go find it. And I've been pretty thorough, at least I feel like I have, in my exploration, and yet I am apparently missing a frickin' island. Or item, excuse me. So, whatever, I guess it's a frickin' way. Let's go fight the last boss, or whatever the hell it's gonna be. Yeah, it is weird to me. Like I said earlier, this is a fantastic game to study for game design philosophy, because there's some things they do in here that are actually really good, and then there's some things they do that are really bad in the same game. It's bizarre. Okay, so... this looks fun. Probably a spoiler warning for whatever's about to happen. No.
Cut me some slack, door!
Do you really think talking to it is gonna help?
Seymour was not a jerk.
It wanted this someone to open up to.
Oh, come on. I mean, anything is possible after all the weird stuff we've seen happen.
Not the possible.
And also dumb.
Dude, what?
But I can always just add this one to the pile.
Another lawn moment? So how many am I up to now?
These symbols seem to be earth, water, fire, and wind. It's the 4 elements.
There's
That's right. You know your stuff.
Our mom taught us about them when we were...
Rain, you remember?
Huh? No, I just... Where did that come from?
Maybe you've been to here. Or it could be your mother is somewhere close by.
Really?
Hey, I said the maybe.
Oh. Well, yeah. Of course. So what's up with the 4 symbols?
They're probably tied to what we call a quadrelement's barrier. Each element is defended by its own, separate mirage.
In other words, we're dealing with at least 4 different mirages.
By the way, did you notice Tiamat in the emblems there? I hope we're going to fight the 4 archfiends finally.
You got it.
All right then. Let's track them down and... Hey, Rain, what's wrong?
Huh? Yeah. We need to find the mirages guarding the 4 elemental locks.
She wasn't even paying attention and still summarized it better than me.
You do kind of have a habit of branching the off on tangents.
Oh my god, I'm lawn,
Yep,
guys.
Those lawn moments are really piling up. Shall we?
Let's shall. You know, I want to inspect this pile.
Oh, don't even bother. It's so deep you'd
This
never
place.
be able to see it all.
I know I remember it,
Piles aren't deep, they're tall,
but
right?
when could I have possibly come here?
So let's see if I can see them all. Yeah, okay. Or
Wait.
that.
Hey, Rain, don't these kind of remind you of the keys we collected?
What? Yeah, you're right.
Maybe the keys keep them from falling into the wrong hands?
Oh, dude! I've got the right hands. I'm so worthy to use them.
It's not Excalibur.
Cut me some slack, sword.
Weird. Are these weapons even meant to be used?
Given their size, it does seem kind of strange.
You do have a point. Even Cloud would have trouble swinging around one of these.
And look, they have the same light as the quadrelement's barrier. It's possible that they're locked down by the same forces.
Then I guess, first we'll have to deal with those 4 elemental locks.
All right, let's get this show on the road.
Yeah, I don't care for Tama, but I keep wanting to poof her tail. Poof, poof, poof. It looks like a big fluffy pillow. Okay, so give me a shot. Game, I want to see the thing. So that lower left one does kind of look like Lich, doesn't it? And the lower right one definitely looks like Kraken. The upper left one we already saw was clearly Tiamat. And that is so Carrie on the upper right. So yeah, 4 Archfiends. By the way, to make it clear, I call them the Archfiends, A, because of some headcanon I'm not going to bore you with, but B, because it's a way to differentiate FF1's 4 Fiends from FF4's F4 Fiends. 1's is the Archfiends, 4's just the Fiends. Anyways. Yes, actually it's a baby Ramu. Lava dude. Okay, so let's see what this leads me to. Zoop. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Sorry. Any predictions for E3? We know they're going to be talking about the new Mario game at E3. There's a lot of rumors circling around what Square Enix is going to talk about at E3. And otherwise, I have no idea. Where am I? This is not where I wanted to be. I don't even know where this is. By the way, that is another excellent reason to design your own language. A lot of things in real life, fiction, like to use mythical or old tales or references or whatever in their naming of stuff. You know, Gilgamesh, Excalibur, Masamune, and all that stuff comes from mythos and stuff in real life. Having your own language gives you your own method of pulling stuff from in order to name it after, rather than having to rely on real-life stuff. Like, if you need a name that means fiery in real life, there's a bunch of names you can pull on, like Ifrit or Ifrit. But if you have your own language, then you can pull from new names to make something sound fiery. I'm gonna talk about the Metroid thing tomorrow. A little bit. Mostly I'm gonna define the word rumor. I'm make a note about that, though, because I haven't written it down yet. Are these things dead yet? Good lord. Hey, no, there's them. Ew. Speaking of someone who got really pissed off at the nonsensical levels of hatred towards New Federation Force, or whatever the hell it was called, I have to admit, Federation Force was a very average game. Because it was. It was just kind of an average game of averageness. Gameplay was fun, though.
Well, that ought to do it.
Good job.
My personal biggest complaint about the game would be the fact that it is clearly designed around having an actual multiplayer team. I know that sounds like a weird complaint, but they basically designed the game as if you were playing it with friends, and then smeared some quantum over it, you know, and some glue in order to make it so that you could play it solo. Yes, Devil May Cry 5, also known as Devil May Cry, because we don't know how to name games. Phantom Pain? Was that the prologue thing?
Gotcha!
Now, go for it!
The paid demo? In which case, no, and in fact, it is on my forbidden list for ruminations. Yeah, I don't bother to remember that Fall and Fall. There's the game, and then there's the paid demo. The paid demo is on the forbidden list. Hey, Darker Soul. Haven't seen you in a bit. What's up? Let me bring up Mario Kart again really quick. Actually, I don't want to. You didn't like the Twilight Princess, Lava Dude?
All right. That wasn't so bad.
Okay, so for those of you not aware, I did a rumination on Tyranny, and I commented on how I didn't, excuse me, it was Pillars of Eternity. Pillars of Eternity, not Tyranny. And I commented how I didn't enjoy the combat, right? That was actually one of my main beefs with that game, was the fact that I had to cheat to actually enjoy it. Well, I got a person commenting on it saying, maybe you should just learn to play. Silly me, guys. I should just learn to play instead of having criticisms about a gameplay in a game. Oops, whoops. Am I just backtracking at this point? Like, I'm actually a little turned around. And by a little, I mean a lot. This feels like I am backtracking. But a lot of this is same. Okay, well, this is different. So... Okay. Oh, hey, it's probably Tiamat.
Get ready. They're coming this way.
I think? No, I don't know.
That eerie noise. That sounds like the howling of wind.
So this must be the Windlock's keeper.
Yep, that's Tiamat.
Okay, but why does it have so many heads? Take this!
Okay, weak to wind. That's apropos.
Okay.
Not really, Darker. Weak to ice and water. Okay, I can work with that. Heck no, I don't. Yeah, it's still doing it. Oh no, you have to use tactics, just not a lot. It's not designed to be super difficult. Meh. It has way too much health, though. It's going to be a little irritating. I'd call this game on par difficulty-wise with, like, FF7 or FF6, for example. And yeah, what Psychotic says. This is a proper Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. This is what Final Fantasy Mystic Quest should have been. Yeah, we'll try that. No, Darker Soul, that's not what I meant. It's a Final Fantasy for people who have never played Final Fantasies before. I think we're going to do a regen for this one. There are a huge number of people who have never actually played Final Fantasies, yes. Who might be interested in them. Yeah, let's go and do this one. Honestly, as I'm sitting here thinking, I'm having a hard time coming up with any ATB/turn-based game like this. That was actually difficult. I mean, FF2 was unfairly brutal. Does that count as difficult? I'm not actually sure. Yeah, let's go and heal again. Ugh. Rest in peace, Breath of Fire. Yes, Psychotic. That was the one I'm talking about. So, for example, right now I'm just not just auto-battling for no reason. I'm trying to build up AP, because I anticipate I'm being done with the side guy soon, and I have attacks I want to save up my AP for to use on Tiamat herself. Now, the only catch to that is I need to heal at the same time, so I've been blowing her AP on healing. What, Braven? Oh! Gotcha. Sorry, I didn't see the first message. I think it did to quit it, which makes sense because it is Tiamat. She is Tiamat, so, you know, duh. Let's go ahead and blow an item on this one. Really need that AP in a couple rounds here. Okay. Not nearly as much as I would have liked, but whatever. Let's repeat that action for a couple bits. Oh hey, it's someone else who's telling me I can spare a Detloff. Hey guys, I can spare a Detloff, and also vampires don't need blood.
Good job.
Interesting. I think it's stupid, Kelson.
That took the care of 2 of the locks at once.
Wait, what?
Oh, nice.
Since we beat 2 Mirages, we just need 1 more pair.
So who the hell was Asterius? Was that, like, the fire one? Well, no, because there's fire and water over there. So that was apparently Lich. It was a frickin' Minotaur. Come on! You did Tiamat, and it looks like you're going to be doing Kraken and Carrie, but you couldn't do Lich? Anyways, to continue my thoughts about vampires, the most I could give the whole vampires don't need to drink thing is just that the vampires in general in Witcher 3, or excuse me, in the Witcherverse, are flat out ridiculous. The level of overpowered they are is actually a little bit silly in my opinion, that you have an entire race of effectively energy beings who basically can't be killed unless under certain circumstances, and also they don't need to eat, drink, or breathe, and yeah. I find it a little ridiculous, just personally, that's all. it de-invested me more in them. Not that I'm saying that vampires have to be super weak. It just... It feels like they were literally designed as a way to mock how vampires are usually portrayed, which a lot of different fictional works have done. They've been like... I mean, how many times have you seen a fictional work where a vampire's like, aha, and someone like gets them with a stake, or puts them in sunlight, and their response is, ha-ha! That's ridiculous! What, do you listen to fairy tales or something? Like, as a deliberate trope playing with thing. It feels like they were going for that with how vampires are. Higher vampires, I should clarify, in Witcher. Yeah, I actually like the Elder Scrolls approach. You get stronger,
I guess we're doing this.
the less human you are, and you lose more capacity to be sane the stronger you are. Like you get stronger and worse if you don't drink. I kind of like that idea. Not only does it make it have a price for the extra power you get, but it makes it so that they're actually quite limited when you get down to it. So, Lava Dude, here's the literal answer. We don't know! We have no idea! None at all! However, we do have some theories. The most popular and prominent theory is that Guardian is, in fact, Terra. So. Oh yeah, I almost every single time become a vampire in Oblivion. Almost every playthrough. Like with the Archeangonian. See, the thing is, Friendoka, Reggie specifically did some good stuff with vampires. He was a good insight into vampire culture, mentality, mindset, you know, all sorts of stuff like that. You know, I love that. I become a vampire at, like, episode 6. Come on, man. But yeah, I mean, you know, I feel like Reggie himself was good in Witcher 3 and in the books, from what I understand. But overall, I feel the higher vampires, as they are presented, are just too much. It goes back to that whole, you need to think about it. Okay, here we have these mega powerful vampires. Now, the excuse that was given for why they aren't running the show is they don't care. And that works, but again, it feels like this incredibly powerful race was introduced to the setting, and then they're like, oh crap, we need to have some way for why these guys aren't constantly behind everything. They don't care. Whew. You know, disaster averted. It just feels like they were inserted for their own sake and weren't actually thought out to have some purpose in the setting. In addition to the whole being a little bit too strong with no real detriments. Thing. So those are my two complaints about vampires. Higher vampires as they're presented in the Witcherverse. Well, what kind of games are you going to be trying to play then, Gingerlocks? I mean, do you have any idea what kind of genres you might like? Obviously, PC games would be the easy stuff to play, because it's the most accessible. Unless you have a lot of money and happen to have a nice job, in which case everything's accessible. I don't mean to derail, but I actually have a friend of a friend who is very well paid, and every now it like went to my friend and was like, hey, I feel like playing something. And he was like, well, why don't you play this? And so she just went out and bought a, I think it was a PS4, just because she had the money. It's like, all right, drop the money, get a PS4, get the game. Because she just was swimming in money and could do that. Disposable income and all that. So if you're one of those people, then by all means, buy whatever. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Anyways, the other thing I would say, though, you know, we've introduced these vampires that have no weaknesses, that are super strong, as Psychotic pointed out, apathy as an excuse is something that at least makes sense. But again, when you sit back from a writer's perspective, if all you're doing is trying to write in a way to make the inclusion of this race make sense, and you aren't doing anything with them, why have them at all? I mean, I am referring specifically to the higher vampires, by the way. The lesser vampires have some story purposes and exist and they've done some good stuff with it. But the higher vampires, with the sole exception of Reggie, in my opinion, serve no purpose in the setting. Nothing is done with them. They're just there. The best game for each console? Oh, God, Ventures, I don't know. Best NES game. Let me really think about that. I'm going to say either Mega Man 5 or Super Mario Bros. 3. Arguably FF3, but that's kind of questionable. Yeah. Best SNES game, FF6. Best N64 game... hang on. Best Genesis game, Sonic 2. Best N64 game, Paper Mario. Best GameCube game, Metroid Prime. Best PlayStation 1 game, FF9. Although that one, actually, I had to debate that one for a minute. Best PlayStation 2 game. That's getting difficult. Devil May Cry 3. Kingdom Hearts 2. Metal Gear Solid 3 all kind of battle it out in that one, I think. I already said GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox. Never had one. Oh, and God of War 2. Excuse me. God of War 2 is another big one. Damn. God of War 2 is way up there in my list. Then we have PS3. Honestly, I'm tempted to give that to Red Dead Redemption. I'd have to debate that one some more. Nintendo Wii. Ooh, that's a tough one. I think I'm going to give that one to Donkey Kong Country Returns. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Mario Galaxy 2. Mario Galaxy 2. I haven't hit portable stuff yet. I'm going to do that separately. Wii U, that's really tough. I like a lot of Wii U games. I'm going to give that to Mario 3D World. That was a really, really, really good game. And then PS4... I mean, there's not much on the PS4 right now. This game's on the PS4. I'd probably just give it to FF15 by default right now, but I haven't played Horizon yet, or whatever it's called. I own it. It's right there. I haven't really played Dragon Quest Builders yet. I haven't even finished this game. So PS4 is kind of... We'll figure that out later. Now, handhelds. Original Game Boy. I'm going to split this up a little bit. I think I'm going to give the original Game Boy Tetris. Played the hell out of that. Or Mario Land 2. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to give it to Mario Land 2, now that I think about it. So Mario Land 2 for Tetris. Or for Game Boy. Game Boy Color, I'm going to give it to Link's Awakening. The deluxe version, or whatever it's called. For Game Boy Advance, oh, that's a tough one. There's a lot of good games in the GBA. DS is going to be hard, too. Damn. I'm not sure I can pick for GBA or for DS. There's so many good games. I think I'm actually going to have to ultimately go with a remake on the GBA, specifically Leaf Green. Leaf Green of Pokemon for GBA tops it for me. And that's why, Zawan. That's why I didn't put Pokemon Original, because in my opinion, the Leaf Green version and Fire Red just blew the original out of the water. One of the truly amazing, true remakes, even above proper remake, that one. So then, we move on to DS. Honestly, FF4 DS kind of comes to mind immediately there. But I'm trying to think of games that aren't remakes for DS. I have like 40 DS games. I have a gargantuan DS library. And I don't want to just default to Pokemon Platinum either, although that's also a really good game. Ooh, Bowser's Inside Story was DS, wasn't it? I think I might get default to that one, because that was a really, really good Mario RPG. Speaking of which, I take it back, by the way. Instead of Metroid Prime for GameCube, I'm going to give it to Paper Mario 2, which just edges it out, in my opinion. Amen, Darton. God, there's so many good DS games. I can't really pick a DS one. I'm just going to default to Pokemon Platinum or FF4 DS. Best PC game? World of Warcraft. 3DS, that's actually kind of rough, too. Because there's a lot of really good 3DS games. Christ, I don't know how to choose. Let me think about that. Yes, I did, Darker. Haven't played it yet for some hesitance on that one. 3DS games. God, I mean... Pokemon Moon was amazing. The Majora's Mask remake was amazing. The Bravely Default games are amazing. I really liked the Luigi's Mansion game that was on the 3DS. Fantasy Life was amazing on the 3DS. I have played Advance Wars, by the way, and it's a good game. It's just, for me, the two I listed would edge it out. I don't know if I could pick a 3DS game here. Hang on, let me see which ones I've got right here, as I'm trying not to talk too much, as I'm like right next to the mic. Oh my god, why is this way back here? Ugh! Here we go, okay. Fire Emblem Awakening was up there. Paper Mario Jam. Paper Jam was good. This is only... I've only got a handful of games in here. God, I don't know. I can't pick 3DS. I give up. There's a huge variety of really, really, really good 3DS games. These are not... That is so not Kraken or Carry. What the hell are these things? That's Grand Theft Auto game?
Look, they're really strong.
San Andreas.
Stronger? Us.
For me.
Maybe.
I mean, that one's clearly Kraken, but what the hell is the Araman thing? Ugh.
Is this the Keeper of the Waterlock?
You fools! These dark depths shall be your tomb.
Tama, you okay?
Oh, he just looked like he either wanted to say as much. That's all.
What?
Yes, there was Darker. I actively disliked that game, personally.
Okay.
That hurt a little bit. Yeah, they had Tiamat and Kraken, but their Earth and Fire guys are just some guys, basically. Now, don't mistake me, I really like Vice City and 4 and 5, but San Andreas hit a very sweet mix for me. I really love the characterization, the dialogue, the voice acting, the number of vehicles, and the variety of vehicles. The radio stations in San Andreas were the best, in my opinion. There was something about the open world of San Andreas which just sung to me, you know? And, of course, I grew up in Southern California. In addition to some other things there. But yeah, San Andreas is actually the only GTA game I actively like riding around in a bike on. Yeah, there was a variety of different types of landscapes. I'll never forget the first time I was playing San Andreas ever, and I was... you know how... If you remember San Andreas, the plot missions are really contained. Like, you go maybe a few blocks from your starting neighborhood. in the initial plot missions. Then everything goes to hell, and you get dumped in the middle of nowhere, and all of a sudden you're in the middle of this giant freaking area with tons of stuff to explore and tons of things to do. And I'll never forget that first moment, because I was just like, oh my god, this world is huge! And that's only a quarter of the world that you suddenly have access to. I love that feeling of just having this massive place to explore in. And the only other one that has pulled that off, in my opinion, is 5. Me too, Mandarton. Me too. Now, San Andreas is not without its flaws. All you had to do was follow the damn train, CJ! But, hi, Magister. But even ignoring, and of course, you can swim in San Andreas, but even ignoring its flaws, San Andreas easily climbs to the top for me. I also have to admit San Andreas was nice for me because it was the first GTA game where we don't play someone who is incredibly evil. Like, in 3, we play a complete psychopath, in the literal sense of the word. In Vice City, we play an insane criminal kingpin, terrible, horrible, evil person. In San Andreas, we started shifting a little bit more towards the decent person scale. We're still evil, but we started shifting a little bit more towards not horrible. And then they kind of played with that in 4 and its 2 expansions. Right. I am absolutely sure about that, Darker, because I've played the previous Grand Theft Autos, and we played much worse people in 3 and Vice City. Yeah, CJ was also fairly likable, which was a new thing at that point in time. I mean, we always play some kind of evil bastard in a GTA game. It's kind of built into the premise at this point. But for me, CJ was one of the least bad. Probably only surpassed by, I suddenly can't think of his name. The main character of Vanilla 4. Nico! I'm just sitting here saying Bellic. Bellic. Not Roman Bellic, the other one. Yeah, Nico Bellic. Nico, for me, is probably the best, least evil, I think is probably the best way to put that, protagonist that we've had in a GTA series, my opinion. And even he was not a nice guy.
That's the last one!
Woohoo!
Right.
I think this could be the it. The
Neverwinter
final
Nights,
showdown.
Magister. Neverwinter Nights.
Your dedication will be rewarded.
Neverwinter Nights is, in my opinion, the first real MMO. Although Ultima Online really got it going. In other words, Neverwinter Nights was the initiator, Ultima Online was the codifier. And I just got a donation, which I wasn't expecting. Hang on. Where's... damn it. Where's my donation stuff? Here we go. Well, thank you, Ginger Logs. Unusual donation amount, but thank you. So you didn't actually answer my question. Like, what kind of game... You mentioned interest in Warcraft. If I may be so bold, Warcraft 3 might not be a bad place to start, because even if you don't find yourself fully getting into the gameplay of an RTS game, if it's either too difficult or it's just not your thing, Warcraft 3 has built-in cheats, so you can still enjoy the story. It's a nice way to kind of ease into RTSs in general, see if you like that kind of a thing. If you like more political games, if you like kind of building an infrastructure of a dynasty, or, you know, trying to... Maybe I shouldn't recommend that kind of a game to start off. I don't know, It's difficult to recommend a new game to someone who's never really gotten into games before, because there's such a width and breadth and depth of games at this point in time. By the way, hi Gavel. Ah! I try, Gavel. Can I get those swords? Because that'd be sweet. I especially like the axe there for fire. And the blade for wind, I think? Or is that earth? Oh, no, that is wind. Purple is wind.
What was that?
The weapons! They all went to stab into the door!
GTA 3's lava, no question. Partially as a consequence, but San Andreas helped to establish that he really was an absolute psychopath.
That means they were the keys that open it. But what could a barrier this strong be trying to keep out? Or in?
Guys.
Yeah, exactly,
Let's
Dakota.
check it out, okay?
I mean, I would recommend the Total Annihilation series in general, but I wouldn't recommend starting with it, because then you're like, this is an RTS? Yeah, I know, Mandarton. I've been informed about it. We'll see how it works out. Yeah, Catalina.
Chapter 20. The Crimson Prophecy's End.
Yes, Claude is 3's protagonist. Whoa, that's pretty. Oh. Okay.
Huh?
Whoa, check it out. This place is...
It's the beautiful!
Something about it makes me...
feel safe.
Yeah.
Don't forget there's a post-game and a second
Mom could be here?
ending, which I'm probably going to go for.
Let's find her.
Yes, Catalina had many, many, many issues. Probably one of my, I'd say my second biggest complaint about San Andreas is the Catalina missions. Because why are we doing these things for this person? Why are we even involved with this person? Oh my god. So there's the lady in the box, who we've seen since, like, the first chapter.
Mom?
That's an interesting way to do a partial flashback.
Are you okay?
You are here.
Khadgar!
Are you the king? Of the Bahamutian Federation?
Federation. How very quaint. Is that the tale Seguarides has been spreading? So be it. Then you have found me out, boy. I am king of the Bahamutian Federation. Brandalis.
Cool. I'm with it. Yeah,
He's
exact
the
same
one.
voice and everything, Darker.
The villain behind it all.
He's not even varying his tone.
Is that loose, Varna? What did you do to our mom?
Is that why you have come?
What?
Tell me why you have traveled all this way.
You have our mom, right? Give her back!
Yeah. Start by setting her free.
Yeah!
Naive fools. Still,
Huh?
I will play my part.
This place, this guy. Why do they feel so hauntingly familiar?
Rain! You have to snap the out of it and stay focused.
Yeah, she's right. Since when are you the one to space out at a critical moment?
Be quiet! I'm paying attention, okay?
Good.
Come on!
I don't know if, Jim Cummings is in this game. He might be. He's in a lot of games. I have some guesses about where the plot's going. We'll see if I'm right. Okay, so he's not weak to anything, which means he's weak to thunder! Yeah, he has a crap ton of health. This is probably going to be a long battle.
I've got this.
Totally the final boss.
Suffer.
Wink, wink. Ooh, okay. That hurt. No, I don't think this guy is our dad or mom. I think, well, I'll save it. I think the Jennifer Hale is our mom.
Not done yet!
I don't even remember her character name, but the character played by Jennifer Hale. You don't pick Jennifer Hale to play a nobody part.
Now, fall.
I don't see what's wrong with that, Zed. Okay, that really hurts. I did buy potions, but I didn't buy high potions. Or mega potions. Someone remind me, if I live through this, to go get some mega potions. Assuming my pocketbook can deal with this.
Suffer.
Okay, he's officially a little faster than I am. Time to just recover.
I've got this.
Yeah, he is really fast. Okay. Oh, thank God. He's not doing flare. Yes, that only hits for 700. I have no access to haste, correct. Ugh, I'm running out of AP, too. I am out of AP, actually. I actually think I do have access to slow.
Now, fall.
What the hell does that... Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Do I still have slow? I could shell myself. Let's get some AP going. I need that really badly right now. Apparently I have lost access to slow. Well, see, the thing is, Flare usually bypasses defenses in most of the FFs, so I'm assuming Shell will not help, which is why I decided against shelling. Although that's not true in FF7. In FF7, Flare is just a strong fire spell. So who knows? Okay, I'm still getting AP. God, I feel like I'm not even scratching this guy. Well, that's just magic resistance to it. That's different. Oh yeah, and that was Blaze, too. Not Flare. I didn't think I'd resisted a Flare. But I am known to not pay that much attention sometimes.
No.
Yeah, this. Yeah, it's got an AoE fire attack and an AoE water attack. And a physical attack and Flare. And I have done about a fifth of his damage so far. A fifth of his health.
Suffer.
And here's his air AoE attack. Let's spend a turn recovering. God, he is so fast! So Mega Potion is apparently a Mega Elixir. Excuse me. Mega Elixir for health. Why not? Holy crap, I slowed him. I'm actually faster than him now, barely. I think I'm gonna burn regen, go for a long-term heal strat. I think this fight will go on long enough that regen will actually be worth a damn. Which it usually is not. No, it doesn't, Psychotic. That's why I was like, sure. Regen on her. And I'm gonna go ahead and burn some AP on her, too. This is, I will say, it is interesting to have the resource system basically be turns. You know, every turn you get an MP, basically. That's effectively what it boils down to. The only downside is that, at that point, you end up with a lot of physical attacks, which is what I've been doing in several fights now.
Suffer.
I might shell her. He has a couple people. You notice how he's healing from a couple of attacks? Sleep, lava, sleep. I think I will shell her.
Now, fall.
Oh, really? Really? Okay, well there goes regen and shell. Good to know. He's got Dispelga. Oh, that got rid of slow, too. Oh, crap.
Suffer.
And there's the earth one. Ooh, we're both weak to that one. So regen was not actually worth it. Because it didn't have enough time to tick properly.
No.
Either that or just a certain number of buffs or debuffs being up. Because that would have been the fourth buff or debuff up. Regen, shell, slow. Well, I am whittling him down a little bit. Inch by inch. Let's see if we can blind him. I probably shouldn't waste my AP on that. I really should be saving AP. I should probably be just slow-moding this and save all my AP for recovery rather than attack.
Suffer.
Oh, that would be horrible, Zwan. If he has Ultima, I'm probably screwed. Probably. Music's decent, at least. Not great, just decent. I mean, this is very obviously not the last boss. So... this feels more like a Four Fiends style fight, or what I would usually refer to as a big boss. However, I have to stop calling it big boss because everyone keeps assuming I'm talking about Metal Gear. Which I'm not. NyQuil, Lava Dude. That's not actually a joke. I actually know someone who uses NyQuil to deal with that problem. Well, see, the reason I don't want to waste the slow thing is it's an item which has a chance to land slow. It's not any kind of a guarantee.
Now, fall.
Uh-oh. Yep, he was too low for that.
This'll do.
It's okay, I actually bothered to get that ability earlier. Although now I need to think.
I've got this.
Probably quite a while, Psychotic. Although, as I've said before, I'd only actually, if I did a Metal Gear Solid lore run, it would probably only be a couple games in the series. Probably... I mean, I could discuss most of the lore of Metal Gear Solid by just playing 3 and 4. Both of those kind of cover it all. Just in case he flares again. I have played 14, yes. It's got some flaws, it's got some issues, but I do nevertheless highly recommend it. It's a good MMO. Well, I'm really gonna need to stock up on high potions after this. Really badly. Oh, thank goodness. FF14, when it first came out, was the worst MMO I'd ever played. FF14 now is in, I'd say, the top 15 of MMOs I've ever played. So yeah, it turned itself around a lot. FF14 Vanilla still has some issues. There's a lot of grind in the late part of the story. You basically have to go through certain aspects of that grind in order to really progress, main plot-wise. And it gets a little bit too disinteresting. It's like, the plot is interesting, and then it's like, okay, now go do this, now go do this, now kill this guy, now there's another primal, now there's another primal, now there's another primal, over and over and over again, and then it gets good again towards the end, and then the expansions, from what I understand, I haven't played them myself, are better about that whole padding problem.
Suffer.
Okay. I was taking a bit of a risk there by not healing. No! True enough, Psychotic. Do I think FF16 will be an MMO? At this point, I have no idea. It's hard to even look past 15, which they're still working on. Let's just get some AP going. Please don't do flare.
No.
Oh, that might be bad. Yep, that was bad, as predicted. I think it's time to break out some good items.
There.
Get up. Also, hopefully they have recovered from their amazing stupidity. Good! Okay, that's fine. Hang on a second. I gotta think about this. First of all, come on, I need that turn. Okay, I got it. And I have enough for this. Just barely.
Okay.
I haven't seen one yet, Takoida. I mean, obviously it'll prevent you from being knocked over, but that's about it. Okay, we made it. We lived through that. What was I saying? The previous head of Square Enix was a complete moron. Just a complete idiot. And he actively wanted 3 MMOs going at the same time. Now, I'm not actually going to go into detail as to why that's extremely stupid from a business perspective in addition to a creative perspective. But just trust me when I say that one company pushing out 3 MMOs simultaneously is extremely stupid. So he wanted FF11, Dragon Quest X, and FF14 going side by side. Now, since then, FF11 has basically been abandoned and Dragon Quest X isn't really being updated. So they've been pushing 14. But the reason I bring this up is he is no longer in charge. This was Yoichi Wada was the guy. He's no longer in charge, so the odds of them repeating his mistake and coming out with FF16 as an MMO, with FF14 still going strong, are very low. FF14's been getting a lot of support, and will most likely continue to do so. I think I'm going to burn an elixir. This is... I'm falling behind. See you around, James Carmichael. So, a good story and characters. Puzzles. Good under-the-sea games. There was a submarine game I tried to explore that was terrible. It was terrible on my computer. It might not be terrible on other computers. Anyone remember the name of that game? Like, they changed the name of the game, too, which made it difficult to look up stuff about it. That's the only one that's coming to my mind immediately. I think FF11 is still online, but I don't... Last I checked, it's not being supported.
No.
It's not still going. Unlike FF14, which is still actively being supported and coming out with new content. I could be wrong about that. Subnautica, that was it. If you can get Subnautica to work, then there you go. There's your underwater game. It's kind of a Metroidvania sort of thing, if you haven't know what that is. Okay, that's not too bad. And I should have enough for a cure. Nope, I don't have enough for a cure.
No. Fall.
What else? Honestly, just about any good Metroidvania might be good for you, Gingerlocks. As much as they are a little on the difficult side in some cases, they tend to be very rewarding for... in many different ways. The frame... it kept dropping frames for me, Darker Soul, which was so bad that it actually was giving me a headache. It was a non-stop issue. Okay. I'm trying to think, what's a good beginner Metroidvania? I mean, I consider Symphony of the Night very easy, but I've played that game a jillion times, so that's not fair. And then there's the Metroids themselves, of course. Ori and the Blind Forest, maybe? Super Metroid... I don't know. I have a hard time recommending Super as a first thing. Yeah, don't do Order of Ecclesia. Several of those are pretty rough. I haven't played Hollow Knight. I can't talk about that one.
No. Fall.
Yeah, it's gonna kill him. Yeah, don't pick Dark Souls. I mean, Dark Souls is, of course, a Metroidvania, but, you know. Debate. Let's just push. See if we can push him down before he kills us. This is gonna be rough. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. So we'll just get him back up.
Okay.
I have decided that Auto Phoenix was a good ability to pick up. Based on current performance. I need these guys to stack. Please do something to heal from. No, that's not...
There.
Remind me to buy more Phoenix Downs, too, guys. I can't get them into combat. I'm gonna have to just do this. I need to finish him off. Oh, thank God. Okay.
Interesting.
That wasn't so bad.
Shut up! That's less experience than I get from a Princess Flaunt. Come on.
You mean we won?
Honk, yeah! And here I thought that was gonna be hard.
Shut up.
That was amazing! Think of all the people across the Grimoire that you just saved from their plight!
Yeah, but I bet those nutcases who sided with the Federation are gonna sweat. Oh, right! Rain, come on! We gotta bust Mom out!
Oh, right. But how do we open it?
I'm gonna bet you 10 to 1 that's not their mother. Ignoring the fact that I have a different theory.
You again?
Activate it.
Huh? Sorry?
That's probably also not
Only
their mother.
Mirage Keepers are permitted to use that mighty portal. The Ultima Gate. With the Ultima Gate, the power of the crystals becomes yours to control. Opening a mere cage would be no challenge at all.
Okay. Well, that's not creepy at all.
I think I'm starting to remember. The portal, it started to shine. And then the cage appeared.
Then that means this isn't the first time seeing it.
Yeah. It's hazy, but I've seen this gate before.
Then you know what to do. Use it.
Wait, who are you?
Anime. If you can't be dramatic, what's the point? I am anime man. Girl, sorry.
Rain, why must you cause Lady Luce so many headaches? What? But I didn't do anything bad at all. You shouldn't go saying stuff like that about me. Okay, Owen? Hey, what did I tell you? We're like sisters. Since you and I are close, why don't you call me Win? Okay, I will, Win.
Depends, Goldbug.
That's our sister.
What? Did you just say our sister?
I didn't know you had an older sister.
Let's reminisce later. Save Lady Luce.
So then, that really is our mom in the cage?
Well, okay then. Let's hurry up and activate that Ultima Gate thingamajig and bust the cage open.
Right.
She's definitely not manipulating us into this for some reason. It's okay, guys. This is definitely the end of the game. More anime. Form of Ultima Gate. Oh, sorry. Also, Secret of Mana reference. Or just Monasteries reference, actually. Wow, there's flowers.
Mom!
Mom!
Maybe.
The prophecy has ended in crimson.
Mom!
Oh, sorry. Dun dun dun.
What? How can this...
What?
How could you do this? Twice.
What do you mean?
You opened it again.
Well, yeah, you asked us to. And we're stupid.
The Crimson Prophecy has been fulfilled!
A ridiculous piece of theater, but well done. I commend you all. You may dispense with the illusion now, Ewain.
Ooh, nice place.
What is going on? Rain, tell me what's happening!
How am I supposed to know? Lynn, what is this? What's going on?
Hang on, I can't exposit.
I
I'm
thought
fainting.
Seguardis' laborious narrative might never end.
I share that sentiment. Should we do this again, you will keep your prophecy more concise.
But you cannot accuse me of excess. Every step was necessary to the plan.
Tell me, what of the Soul Crystal? How much of the populace have we harvested?
If I had to offer up a guess, then just about 4 souls in every 10.
Is that all after a whole century?
I have been selective and discreet. With Champions awakening again, we're lucky to have pulled off such a feat.
Now what is it?
We've really done it now!
Done what?
I know you! You're the Order of the Circle!
Ah, I have not heard that name in some time.
Were we acquainted in those ages past?
If so, she would have served our enemy.
Then you know what comes next. We shall finally bring the Cogna into this world.
Tama?
You gotta hurry up and do something quick!
Tama, you've got to calm down!
How can we do something? We don't even know what's going on!
I know, right, Darker?
Oh, welcome. Pay close attention. Hopefully you'll learn something.
You heard him, guys. Okay. Oh no, lots of mecha? I guess those are the Cogna? And then Lavos destroyed the world, and the future refused to change. I guess.
The world is finished.
What in the holy mother of hogs?
A lot of honkitude going on here, guys. Hey, Titus.
I'm here. Sorry I'm late.
Titus!
I was about to say, why does he get to save him? And then the rest showed up. Okay, Ultima weapon is withdrawing.
The champions have rallied here to try and intervene before things go awry.
Too late. The Cogna have passed through the portal. The fateful arrow has been loosed. Rejoice? For the end of an A-world? No! The beginning of something greater is now upon us.
Also, I recognize those from FF6.
It's time to go! Go how?
Well, duh, this is when we get our airship. Have you not played an FF before?
They're here. Come on!
Let us take care of them.
Okay.
Thanks.
Lon, you get our sister.
Okay!
Tama! Hey, Squall's voice actor can do some good stuff, as he's proven in some games.
See ya!
We're really doing this? Dude!
Jump already!
Thank you, Lightning. Wow, never thought I'd say those words. Oh, I saw Zoan. If you're talking about the Alan Wake thing. She does in just about every game that isn't 13, war wager. Which isn't much, admittedly.
Couldn't have timed that better.
I hate gravity.
It's a good thing I actually caught you.
Whoa, the lass in glasses.
Hey! We meet again. Wait, what did you call me?
Oh, Captain Ferris called you that once. I think he's just mimicking her.
Yep.
Who asked that pirate?
Anyway, we never did get to thank you. You were so helpful when we...
Went over a cliff.
Well, I don't want to sound ungrateful. Your fast craft did get us to the low seas, but now whenever I hear rushing water, I remember what it was like almost dying, and yeah, you really scarred me for life.
Oh yeah? Well, why don't you tell me about it inside?
Use your inside voice. Sorry. So yes, we're apparently going to get Balam Garden. This is actually one of the very few things about this game that was spoiled for me. Cool. I mean, I was just talking yesterday about having a home that also happens to fly, so here we go!
Whoa, check it out! Does the whole building float? This place is choco-bacious!
Amazed me the first time I saw it, too.
This is it. Home base for the League of S.
Balam Garden.
Like 30 hours darker. Protect the hot dogs! Screw the best answer. Protect the hot dogs! So, yeah, I'm gonna go buy items before I do literally anything else. Tama, what are you doing? You know what? No, I don't care. I need potions, and I need Phoenix Downs. Oh, there's been tons of meat to this game so far. You notice it's got a lot of pluses over there. Not a lot for gameplay. It's a net positive of 1 for gameplay right now.
Who's on your side when the going gets tough? Welcome to the Chocolate Mart!
Yeah, I'm actually getting dizzy/sick from hunger. I should probably eat soon. Okay, I can afford 99 high potions, but I need to get... Oh, hey, I've got 31 Phoenix Downs in stock, so let's push that up to 40. And then do that. Does she even sell Mega Potions? She's not up to Daz yet either. Nope. Well, I got high potions at least.
Chocoboco, bye now!
Yeah. Why don't we do... So they call it... She, in every way, acts and sounds and as the same actress of Chocolina. But she uses a different name. Not sure what's up with that. Where's the girl in between? Okay, I guess I won't be doing that then. Never mind. I may have access to the second of the 3 grind spots I mentioned, though. So, that's neat, I guess. Tama! Tama! Oh, whatever. Now, if the overworld map is different because everything's screwed...
Huh? We can't go anywhere else?
Hey, you don't think... Tama?
Tama? Hey! Tama! Tama, 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 Tama!
I knew it. As long as Tama's mind is wandering, we won't be able to activate these gates.
What?
Dude, really?
Why don't we just give her some time? At least we can still get back to Balam Garden, right?
Balam?
Alright then,
okay,
fine.
I'm with it.
Let's head back there and keep exploring then.
Don't think I've ever called it Balam. Anyone out there ever say Balam? I'm just curious. Oh, hey, look, the world is screwed. Just like it should be. Awesome. Balam? Balam? Shoot, I've already forgotten how she said it. Let's talk to this person.
At this rate, the entropic power intervals just won't be able to generate enough pyroclasmic energy for me to...
Wait,
Hey,
is that the
you there.
Ragnarok in the upper left?
Come here for a second. Of course, just as I thought. That restless look in your eye. You've journeyed all over the place, correct? I've been looking for someone like you. Can you do me a favor? You wouldn't happen to have any spare bomb fragments on you, would you? Without them, I'm afraid my research here is at a standstill.
Sure.
Thanks in advance.
Yeah, no, that's definitely Ragnarok. One of them. Since obviously it was a class of ship, not an individual. And everything's blocked off, of course. Damn it! I would kill people for hot dogs right now. Everyone. Okay, that's a total lie, but hot dogs sound good right now.
I know that you two have been through a lot recently, but why don't we start out by sharing our intel? Everyone's on deck, except the injured. This way.
Excuse me. Never psychotic.
Oh, yeah. Do you know how Awan is doing?
Awan?
She's sound asleep.
That's how you're
down in
supposed
the
to say
infirmary.
that?
I talked to Dr. Kadawaki. Her diagnosis is that Awan is suffering from severe exhaustion.
That's too bad.
What about Yuna? And the summoners?
Same thing. They were forced to use their powers against their will. It took a lot out of them.
Same goes for Titus. He won't wake up.
Titus, is he okay?
He took a beating, but they say he's gonna pull through. You know, he's pretty tough for a scrawny guy.
In fact, Titus might be the only reason we were able to get to the summoners in time. You know that winged knight? I found Titus fighting her. He told me about the summoners, so we went to go save them.
You heard it, guys.
Right.
Titus is the savior of the game.
Once me and Squall got word.
You all showed up to bail us out, huh? It's a really good thing you did.
Now you can help us fill in the blanks. Bahamut, did you figure out who they really are?
And those weird mirages he called Cogna?
What did you two kids do back there?
Oh, it's funny you should ask.
We don't know what happened either. But what little we do know, we'll tell you.
Explain, 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 explain.
Wow. Then I guess the only one with answers is your sister, Alan.
Excuse the interruption. I have new intel from our liaisons across Grimoire.
Oh.
Shulk!
What's the story?
Morning glory.
You should have a look at this.
Wow.
What happened? Well, those new mirages called Cogna have been taking over wherever they show up. For the most part, at least.
Hey, Rex,
For the most part.
You missed a lot.
Our reports say that towns belonging to the Federation were assimilated right away. But the places that have been resisting Federation rule have managed to keep the Cogna out so far. However, other threats have arisen.
What?
There have also been multiple sightings of the Dyad servants.
Sorry, who are the Dyad servants?
A century ago, the demon Dyad plunged Grimoire into an era of chaos. The Dyad servants were mirages that carried out most of the Dyad's dirty work.
Kind of, Roxanus.
Uh-huh.
I actually have a
so
theory.
you're saying the servants are back after 100 years?
That appears to be the case. The Cogna have given them a chance to begin their reign of terror all over again. Hey, On. I think that we saw them. One came out of the crater where we fought the bomb. Another flew out from underneath Figaro Castle.
Huh? What exactly are you getting at? Are you saying we caused that too?
We might have set them loose by accident.
Dude, no!
I'll say this, we need to take action now. The League will get to work with our agents on the ground.
At any rate, it might be a while before Alwyn wakes up. Why don't you guys get some rest?
If she's really your sister, make sure you talk things out.
Well, I barely remember her, so, you know. Sorry, I had to write something down before I forgot about it. Hey, I've played The City of Duodecim.
Oh, my eyes are killing me. Maybe I've been working too hard. But I can't stop until I've... Oh, you there! Your timing is perfect. If you have any extra eye drops you can spare, I could really use some right now.
I think I do. Oh yeah, you missed a Star Trek joke that really got me.
Oh, take this.
They actually made Throne of Threshold. Really. From Voyager. They really, really did. Alright, I'm gonna pause super quick. Like, super duper quick. I just need to heat some food up. I actually went out of my way to get food ready. So I'm gonna chop up the local recording.